compañeros, luchadores de la libertad. Oye, 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 pueblo valiente, la voz de la verdad que traen los compañeros, luchadores de la libertad. La mentira será aplastada, junto con los mentirosos, que ya los poderosos, que ahí viene la muchachada. La mentira será aplastada, junto con los mentirosos, que ya los poderosos, que ahí viene la muchachada, que ahí viene la muchachada, que ahí viene la
What up, my people? How we doing? Wow, there he is. How's everybody doing tonight? We enjoying ourselves? We having fun? Watching some explosions? Pew! That's going away. Oh, man. What a day. What a day. I am actually kind of full of energy. It's actually pretty nice. Because, alright, so I was going to... when I got up this morning, I was like, man, I don't even know if I want to fucking stream tonight. So that's why I was like, hey, it's gonna be 7:30 or 8, because I was like, maybe if I catch a couple Z's after work, which is exactly what I did, and it was fucking amazing, and I feel great. So that's what I did. So hopefully we have a good show, because I have a lot of energy. And we got to start at a decent time, 8:01. Look at that, fucking fantastic. All right. Hopefully this is a little better than Wednesday. Wednesday, I was fucking exhausted, guys. I gotta stop swearing. I was exhausted. I have been on basically like mandatory overtime lightweight, and just to try and catch up, and I'm busting my ass at work, and I don't know if you can probably see it. Yeah, there. Typical work injury of I know Rev does landscaping. I knew that was gonna happen.
I called my mom and told her that we would be.
For some reason, this video keeps auto-playing. It's the first thing we're gonna watch, but it keeps fucking auto-playing, and it's really pissing me off. Like, I couldn't figure out where the desktop audio was coming from, but it's this. So if it keeps playing, that's what it is. Ooh, my bad. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, moving this big ass tube. What is it? 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 bronze tube. Trying to put it into a bundler, and I didn't have the thing over enough, so I slammed my hand in between the end of the tube and the bundler, and I'm really lucky that the end wasn't like finished or cut or anything like that, because that would have cut deep into my finger, dude. Everything around there is just a pair of fucking scissors waiting to happen. But that dull, blunted end probably saved me. Man, that hurt like a bitch too. Workplace injuries, no fun. Walking in chat. Good old egghead. Alright. So we had a decent amount happen this week, as you can see on the screen. This happened right near Mango, which is absolutely terrifying. And I'm glad you and your little one are safe. And everyone else, for that matter, is safe. And yeah, this little kid is apparently a badass. I haven't watched the video yet. I know the basics of the whole thing. I'm sure Mango knows a ton. But I know the basics of the whole thing. So we're gonna go through it. A lot of this is gonna be more new to me. But I've watched a little bit of the video, and I saw something that like blew my mind a little bit. I'm just trying to think of everyone in Colombia hates WLTX's site because of the autoplay. Yeah. Note to any like web developers, nobody in the history of ever has anyone ever wanted a video to autoplay on your website. It's not going to happen. Nobody's ever going to want it. It doesn't matter what the marketing says. It doesn't matter what the what your boss says. Nobody wants it. You're not going to do it. Don't do it. Be smart. Be the change we wish to see in the world, and do not put autoplay functions on your websites when you're building them, please. It's really fucking annoying. It makes me not want to go there, and it makes me hate you. So if you want more of that, please do put more autoplay in there. But yeah, what's they saying? I was just trying to think of if there are any more announcements that I had to put out, which really no. No. Ooh, I didn't clean off the whiteboard. That's not good. Oh shit, Slim, I didn't even see you there. What's going on, bro? Bruh. Yeah, I missed fucking Piplash because I had to go take a nap. I was sitting there, I was like, oh, I want to go play. I want to go play with my friends, but I'm too sleepy. Alrighty. So for anybody that doesn't know, a Fort Jackson trainee went to a school bus stop and got on and held the kids on the bus with a rifle for something like an hour, and apparently, according to Mango, she posted some stuff in the Discord. Check out the Discord. Actually, I gotta post a link in the chat. I'll do that. Discord links in the chat. She posted an email about that was basically the school board lying out of their complete. What's up, dude? Yeah, I'll try to be on the next one. I will. Like I said, I'm in mandatory overtime, so it really fucking sucks. And I know it's like, oh, they can't make you work overtime. Well, they can't, and I can just like sort of leave. But at the same time, not only do I want the money, but like it's not that bad. I'm just really tired. So yeah, the school put out an email saying that it was just a short incident and everybody was safe and sound and everything like that, downplaying the entire thing. And I said to her the exact same thing. I'll say a million times over. There has never been a school administration that knew how to run a fucking school. It has not ever happened. It will not happen, dude. Like, school administrators have no idea what the fuck they're doing. And I can't just say, oh, well, it's just because they're all idiots. Once you become an administrator, you're dumb as shit. No, I imagine there's a lot that they have to deal with, a lot of day-to-day that they have to deal with. But you know what? This is one of those things, like, if you have the potential of a military trainee coming to or near your school, yeah, you should probably do something about that before it happens. Not downplay it after it happens and then put in basically no preventative measures, which is what I imagine they're gonna fucking do. He managed to get the kids off the bus, but they were stuck on the side of the road for a while. Wait, who? Oh, did the trainee get them? Oh, we'll watch the video. Yeah, that's definitely scary. I can imagine. I would be absolutely fucking livid if I were a parent. And I know people are gonna be like, well, can't you sue the army? You can sue the army, and you'll probably get some kind of like compensation, but there's not a whole lot that you can do. Suing the army is hard because the army has infinite money. Watch the video. Yeah. Sorry, I'll stop talking. Jesus.
That everybody was on that bus was being held hostage.
Tonight, family members of a child who was on today's hijacked school bus speaks out. They say it was some of the most terrifying moments of their lives. But the actions of this...
So that's not on me. That's on whoever did the audio mixing for this. That it's all in the right side. The really shit audio mixing. But yeah. Oh yeah, I don't blame you at all, Mango. Fuck yeah, you should be pissed. And I know, like, you said there's barely any legal recourse, which is like,
This
it's
10-year-old
astounding,
child
but it's
may
unfortunately not
surprise many.
surprising.
Here's Eleanor Tabone tonight.
It is the moment 10-year-old Keandre James will never forget.
I heard yelling and cussing at the front of the bus, and it was this man. He had a gun, and he was pointing at.
That trainee doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. This is what blew my mind. Was seeing this dude. Okay. So he's he's been in the military for just a few weeks, and when you go into training, they don't give you a rifle the first day. After a few weeks, then you go through basic rifle marksmanship, and they'll give you a rifle, and you'll walk around with it for a few weeks before you actually fire it, and that's to get you used to having it. And then from that on, you still carry it around. It's to get you used to holding the weapon all of the time, and to keeping it with you. So, like, yeah, if anybody wants to ask, well, how did he get a weapon? This was issued to him. And ammunition is, to say it's highly controlled is one hell of a fucking understatement on, as far as, like, it getting to the trainees. They would have to take it from the range or something like that. And I don't think this dude, like, premeditated this too much. I think he had a psychotic break. And I said in the Discord, I was like, you know, I know he's going to be punished, which he absolutely is. He's definitely going to get kicked out. He's thrown in jail, or thrown in prison. But I said, I do hope he gets the help he needs, because he probably had a psychotic break in training, and he needs some psychological help rather than just being thrown in jail. And that goes for basically anybody that goes through this. You know, the reason defund the police should be rebranded to reallocate funds, you know, to social workers, so that shit like this can be taken care of. Psychologists can actually take care of this stuff so that things like this don't happen. Yeah, let's continue.
He had a gun.
Yeah, it's got to be fucking
and
terrifying.
He was pointing at a bus driver, telling him, "Close the doors, go, take me to the next town, hurry up."
The moment 23-year-old Jovan Colazo hijacked his school bus.
I called my mom and told her that everybody was on that bus was being held hostage.
The Sheriff's Department say after 6 minutes, kids began coming to the front of the bus and started asking Colazo questions.
He was saying the F word. He was saying, "Close the doors, go, take me to the next town."
What the 10-year-old did next will astound many.
He told us to get out, but before he told us to get out, he told everybody to move up to the front, but I was still talking to my mom and my dad, so I put my phone on silent and I put it in my pants.
Good shit,
and
kid.
Pulled my jacket over it so that he wouldn't see.
Like, this is the last thing I ever would have thought would have.
Good shit, kid. Good on you. Good fucking quick thinking by him. This kid, yeah, good job. And yeah, as an adult, you can say, oh yeah, I'd do X, Y, and Z in that situation. As a kid, you don't know what the fuck to do at all. You're a child. You don't know anything about the world. So yeah, good job, kid. And from what he was saying, the dude got on and he's like, "Take me to the next town." Dude just wanted to get the fuck out of there. Like he couldn't handle basic training. He was just like, I got to get the hell out of there. So somehow got off post, probably just like snuck off. Who knows how he fucking got off. Well, maybe they say it in this video. That's only
Have happened, like, It was very scary, very terrifying.
His mum, Carolina Eisenwine, says it's the phone call a parent never expects.
He told my husband, he was like, we're hostages. And he was like, what? He was like, a man got on the bus with an assault rifle and was pointing it at the bus driver. So the first thing he told Keandre was, get down, get down, get down.
She says she and her husband jumped in their car to try and find Keandre.
Everything just went through my mind, and I just started freaking out. We were driving everywhere looking like maniacs, like just trying to find that bus, just trying to find my son. I really panicked when he wasn't answering my phone calls or my texts anymore.
When she finally got in touch with her son,
I got on the phone with Keandre.
I don't know where
was
Percival
like,
Road is.
he made everybody get off of the bus.
I'm surprised he jumped a fence. Usually the fences are, yeah, it's not easy to get over those fences. Sometimes you get under them. Fun fact, when I was at Fort Polk, one of the remedies that they had for the ditches that would go underneath the fences, because it's so wet there, like, I mean, Mango, you can attest to this, it's so wet there that it's really hard to manage the land, especially when it's so sandy. You can't just constantly fill it in when it's just going to be swept away. So what they would do is they would take old concertina wire, basically barbed wire, and they would just string a ton of that over and through this ditch so that anybody or anything that wanted to try and crawl through would just get completely caught up in there. And anybody that saw it thinking, oh yeah, I could move through that, is an idiot, you know? So that was some of the security. So if there was a breach in their defenses or their perimeter or whatever you want to call it, then yeah, that definitely needs to be taken up with the U.S. Army between these folks and the parents and the school. And yeah,
and
parents
I
need
was
to
like,
do something about the
He's like,
school,
we're down
dude.
the road by this store. And then that's where we saw all the kids on the side of the road with the police officers.
relief set in.
I always make sure he has his phone. I make sure he charges his phone at night before he goes to bed. And I am so proud of him, so proud of him. We have been calling him a hero all day.
As for this courageous young man, his only concern was for those younger than him, riding that bus too.
We still are kids, but they was young, but they was supposed to witness that.
I'm going to let him ride the bus tomorrow.
In Columbia, Eleanor Tabone, News 19 WLTX.
Good shit, kid. Look at it. That kid's gonna go far, hopefully, because he was literally just like looking out for everybody else, and it looks like his parents have good heads on their shoulders. When his dad heard, hey, I'm in a hospital, he said, get the fuck down. He's like, get down, get down, get down, get down. You know, be safe, be smart. And that kid is smart. Good job, dude. Wow. It's near one of the entrances to base. It's a delivery, resident, graduation entrance. No civilian entry unless with a resident. Yeah, that's pretty standard. You can't get onto a military installation unless somebody signs you on. They're just not going to let you on. And in a lot of places, if the Air Force is there, just don't try it, because they're really likely to shoot you. And I know that sounds weird, but yeah, the Air Force security forces are a bit more professional than the military police, and they will shoot you. Not to say that the MPs won't, but oh my god, I really need to know what the hell led up to this. Oh, you sent me another article, actually. What the hell led up to this guy doing this? What was his motivation behind... Did you send me 2 articles, or did you send me 1? Yeah, you sent me 2. Okay. Whoop. Control C. And then we'll do a quick Control V. And enter. WISDB. Alright, Fort Jackson. Waves bond hearing. Why would you... what is this? Why would you show a camera of... why would you show a live feed of a video screen? Who does that? Good fucking god. This is... what Pull your shit together, WIS News 10. Live local fucking dog shit. God. Alright. Jovan Colasso, 23, is scheduled to appear in court on May 28th. Colasso, a soldier in training, was arrested after hijacking the school bus with an M4 rifle. Officials say he faces numerous charges, including 19 counts of kidnapping. He was scheduled to have a bond hearing Friday, May 7th, but he waived his appearance. The judge said his lawyer could request to reschedule the bond hearing. For now, he will remain in jail until the next scheduled court appearance, 20th. Video released by the Richland County Sheriff's Department shows Colasso pointing the rifle at the driver and demanding he shut the door and drive. The trainee's rifle was not loaded. Fort Jackson officials confirmed. According to officials, nobody on the bus was hurt. Well, that's good. That's very brief. Doesn't really say. I guess it's just going to be a developing story for the time being. We have a water park on Jackson that allows civilians. You have to give the address of where you're going on base, but you don't have to have someone sign you on, really. But civilian entrance at the main post. Yeah, that kind of sounds about right. Oh yeah, there's a on like Fort Polk, there's hunting land and like a range, and I forget how you go on there. Oh yeah, you gotta get like a visitor's pass. They have like a visitor's center and shit that you have to go to, and it's really dumb. It's dumb. I don't know. Shit's changed. It's been a very long time since I've been there. It's been like 7 years since I was there. So who knows? Yeah, I don't know who they let on and off. I don't know their procedures, but I imagine they're going to tighten everything down, especially on the outgoing part. And this dude's whole unit, you might think like, oh, are they going to be punished? No, they're going to be interviewed. They're going to be like, so what did you know? What did you guys see? Did you see anything? Like, tell us now. They'll spill the beans. They're fucking recruits. They're dumb. All recruits are dumb. Don't worry. I was one once. I still am one. Sorry. All right. So yeah, that's some of the wild shit. And Mango, you were saying, oh, that's what you were talking about. The fact that they apparently don't have like a regular schedule for the buses or anything, it is absolutely astounding. I get if there's traffic once in a while, that makes sense, but those buses should have the right of way, and they should show up at, have like a 5-minute window in which they're showing up. Not, 30 minutes and like, hey, where the fuck are you? Come pick up your kid. Like, what the fuck is that? Having the buses on a schedule in which they come through and they come in within like a 5-minute window, that allows for everybody to be able to watch everything that's going on. Now, does that give consistency for somebody who's like watching and wants to, be malicious? Sure, but that's about as rare as this, and you can only do so much to prevent that. This dude, like, the fact that there are going to be so many missteps found out about where, how lax the school and how complacent the school and the administrators were, and the fact that there's not going to be really anything done about it, that's what really burns me here. I think that's the worst fucking part about it. Aside from the fact that he did this to kids, yeah, that's the worst, is that those people aren't going to necessarily be punished, even though they fucking deserve it. So anyway, there's that. That guy's crazy, and the way he's holding his rifle, you can tell he knows it's not loaded. He's just like pointing it at the guy's head. He's not like jamming it into him or anything. He's just sort of like, because if the guy calls his bluff, he's like, pull the trigger. I don't give a fuck. Fuck these kids, and I want to die. Then that guy, what does that kid do? What does this guy do? I keep saying kid. He's 23. Alrighty. Army Guy Dan has not approved me to look at his tweets yet, as far as I know. Not quite yet. Oops. But looking through the top Army Guy Dan tweets, this is absolutely fucking hilarious. This guy has got to be just the worst. So let's see. How did I heart? Oh, I must have. Juice Wayne. What? I don't want to go to Juice Wayne. Fuck that guy. Pfizer Poppy. I'm gonna go to Army Guy Dan. Damn it. I was hoping by the time I stream this guy would fucking allow me to see his shit, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll go through some of these top tweets because they're absolutely fucking hilarious. Let's see. You hang with Rep Matt Gates. Let me see this. What is this? This follows Army Guy Dan followers. I am a teen, like to be abused, so hit me up, just follower. Yeah, nice. That's funny. I feel like that's someone fucking trolling. 100% PT failure separation. Man, I wish I could see this. I wish I could see these threads because they sound really funny, but yeah, it's not all vets named Dan. I heard Army Guy Dan's message. Nick D. All right, my man took a tough L to cash. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, Square. So Square, the company that you put that little block in your phone that allows you to get swipe credit cards for small businesses and shit like that. They clapped back at Army Guy Dan apparently, and it's kind of funny. So we'll see. Let's see. Lives matter. If you need color in front of those two words, you're a racist. We are Americans. Let's see. Let's see what he says. Be better, Dan. I didn't serve this country for pussies to tell me that I should be politically correct. Fuck you, Dan. Be... LOL. And he's just like, don't disrespect veterans. Don't disrespect anyone. How about that? Yeah, you want to say fucking your... What a pussy. God damn, dude. Fuck you, Dan. Oh, I can't wait to follow this asshole. Oh. Oh, no, I'm not slowing. Okay. I cannot wait till this dude lets me follow his tweets, because he is such a fail boat. Such an old cow. Yeah, pending. Come on, man. Let me in. Alright, we're not gonna do that. Alright, we'll check it again at the end of the stream. See what he says. We're gonna do Jordan Peterson just yet. We're gonna go into Black Hammer. And for those of you who don't know what Black Hammer is, and this is actually something new to me, which is fucking that's astounding. It's new to me, and these are some really dumb people. Dan sounds dumb. Yeah, Dan is a winner. You know, he's a real grade A champ. He's oh man, he's a fucking total piece of shit. Oh, dude. Hold on. There we go. So, Black Hammer. What is Black Hammer? Black Hammer is basically a bunch of, I guess, POC Nazis. And when you see this, we are not here to win the likes and hearts of YT people. And at first I was like, YouTube? I was like, why are you posting that shit on Twitter or whatever? I started going down, and I was like, just because you call yourself oh wait, I don't know. Oh yeah, we place the blame of colonization on all YT people. I was like, oh, it's white people. But you can't say that on Twitter because you would get banned because you're fucking racist. We place the blame of colonization on all white people because we understand poor and petite bourgeoisie whites act as the foot soldiers, the white ruling class, to carry out colonialism. Wow. Hey man, I want to join your cause because I'm completely disadvantaged, and I would like to, I'd like to, you know, build a colony and a commune with you. No, fuck you because of the color of your skin. Yeah, we're not racist. We're correct or whatever. And this shit, this thread is what I saw this on Vosh. Oh, what's up, FML? How you doing? Oh, I meant to text Jay, ask him about the computer. Fuck. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, dude. So I saw this on Vosh, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Because I wanted to look at these pictures and go over this thread, because it's these guys. These weird people. I think they might not make it off the mountain. Just guessing. Yeah. There's some there's some dumbassery going on right here. All right. So when I put in the title, the Black Hammer acquired land, you'll kind of see what I mean here. It says, thanks to all of you, Black Hammer successfully liberated 200 acres of land to build our city for colonized people only. We are located high up in the mountains, 10,000 feet in the air with rich soil. We have 1 lake and 3 rivers on the land. I'm guessing you didn't go up there before you bought it because it was really cheap land and you bought it cheap. But at 10,000 feet, you can't grow too much. That's why you have all of this shrubbery. That's what grows there. This kind of looks like a chaparral. That rather than like this really isn't arable land. You're not gonna farm very well up here. Now, is that to say that you can't grow anything? No, you could grow some shit. But you're really gonna have to survive off of the land. I don't think you guys know anything about farming. Here's the thing. If you don't know how to farm, don't go try and farm. Okay? Go have a garden. Go have a community garden. Go have a commune garden. It doesn't matter. Go have a little co-op. It doesn't fucking matter. Have that. But don't try and have a farm if you've never farmed. Farming is extremely difficult work. It is fucking backbreaking. That's why farmers are constantly like fucked up. Like old, you know, crusty farmers are usually like, oh yeah, they're up at the ass crack of dawn and they don't go to bed until, you know, midnight, and they do it again the next fucking day. And you know, it's because they work the fucking land. They work constantly because that's their life. And if you're going to put your life into something like that, you got to work your fucking ass off. If I quit my job tomorrow and decided, oh, I'm just going to dedicate all of my time to YouTube, I would have to put so much fucking effort into YouTube that it wouldn't, like, I would essentially just, like, be just as burnout as I am at my regular job. Except it'd be more, psychologically and emotionally, rather than physically. This is where I'm at now. Physically tired. I got some chicken nuggies I'm gonna eat later though. All right. 200 acres also is not that much for a city. 200 acres is It's a fairly small plot of land. Yeah, they look as if they have no supplies. I imagine they have. I imagine they brought enough water for them to be able to go and explore and like stay a couple nights and like, oh yeah, well we could drink from the stream and shit and whatever. I doubt they have enough food. I doubt they know how to hunt the land, because just because you know how to hunt in one place doesn't mean you know how to hunt in another place. I mean, there's basic snares and traps that you could use, but to actually hunt the bigger game that'll feed you, no, you have to know what you're doing. And just because it's your land doesn't necessarily mean that you're allowed to hunt on it. And that brings up a good point, dude. How long do you think it's gonna be until one of these folks like kills some endangered species or something like that on their land? And they're just like, yeah, we finally killed, we got our food. We don't need any white people. And it's like there's like 8 left of these wild, bush baby antelope deer in Utah, and now they just killed one, and they're putting it all over fucking Twitter. Your land's gonna go away real fast if you do that. And I really hope they don't do that. I hope they don't kill the bush baby antelope deers of Utah. They're sweet little creatures, and there's only 10 of them left, apparently. So there's just so many issues with this. I think Vosh compared it to Jim Jones and the Waco compound or whatever. I don't necessarily see it like that. I see this being run into the ground, basically the same way. Like what was it, the Chaz, that's what it was, the Chaz up in Seattle. I imagine this is gonna fail, be a fail boat just about like that. None of these people look like they're dressed for the occasion either. We'll look at the pictures. Maybe I'm just not seeing the boots, because if you're not wearing boots out there, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you out there? Yeah, guys, that's not arable land. Look, it's rocky as shit. There are rocks everywhere. Look at that. Look at all of those rocks. Oh my god. Dude, look. All of those rocks that are on the surface right there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm guessing this is one big-ass one that's underground. There's 5. You got 6. There's a 7th one over there. I think that might be the light, though. So you got 7 rocks on the ground just in front of this guy. Those are rocks just on the surface. There's just as many below the surface, and there's just as many just below that. So you have to remove all of that shit before you can actually use the soil. And this soil, it doesn't look like it's... That's why you have these rough bushes. You have these prickly plants and these pine trees and everything like that. That's why this land looks like that. It's because it's not meant to be farmed. Oh my god, these people are gonna fail so hard. It's gonna be hilarious. We got a couple people, and yeah, they got boots on, I guess. Why don't you show your shoes? Yeah, they got boots on, whatever. Yeah. I like how there's like, it's like 14 dudes and 1 chick. Like, seriously. I mean, I'm just sort of guessing, but like it seemed like in that last picture the ratio is a little bit off here, guys. You might want to diversify a little bit amongst the genders and the sexes if you really actually want if you want to build a city. You have to have a population, and you can't have a population with sausage fest rules. Yeah, make sure you like it. Thanks, Slim. Make sure you like the stream. I appreciate that. It helps me get some engagement. It helps me get people in here. Alright. Ha ha ha. Look at all of this water. We've got this Big ass river. Do you know how to utilize it? How often does that river flood? Is it seasonal? Are flash floods common? What changes when flash floods occur? What are the seasonal changes that'll happen? Are you going to be able to build near it? How far away do you have to build? What can you build on there? How deep is it? What's the life in there? What can you take out of there? What kind of parasites live in that water? What kind of algae lives in that water? What kind of pollution runs through that water? I don't think anybody asked any of these fucking questions before they just bought the land and were like, yeah, we're going to build a city. And then eventually that land's just going to be seized, probably because they won't be able to pay taxes on it or refuse to pay taxes on it. And it's going to end up horrible for them. God, you guys are so dumb. These are the dumbest people. And I love it. Good on you. Good on whoever sold them that land. This shit's probably like $8 an acre. And they sold it to them for probably like $1,800 an acre. Because there's land out there. I remember you used to see commercials of like buy 40 acres of, or buy 100 acres of land in Wyoming for $40 an acre, and it's like, wow, that's what, $4,000. It's not bad at all. But then you think about it, yeah, it's probably rocky, nasty, unusable land that nobody wanted. That's why it's still around after almost a couple hundred years. Do you know how to clean the water to drink it? True. Do you know how to clean the water? Do you know how to build fire? Do you know how to keep a fire going? Do you know how to build a proper shelter? Can you build a proper shelter in which you can have a fire? Do you know how to make tools? Did you bring tools? You're going to need tools. Idiots. Oh, man. What are you going to do for electricity? What about hygiene? How are you going to shower? Are you going to have hot water? How are you going to heat the water? This is Utah, by the way. This is at 10,000 feet in Utah. And you expect me to believe that you're going to not need like a coat or a way to stay warm? No, that place is going to freeze over and it's going to be cold as fuck. And they're not going to have any shelter because they're not going to be able to cooperate enough to put it up, is what I'm guessing. I'm not really sure why so many people are throwing shade in here. At least they're trying something they think is worthwhile. Even it'll probably be much harder than they're anticipating. I don't know. I think it's cool. Good luck. I like this guy's enthusiasm. I mean, the fact that they're a bunch of racist assholes makes me want to tell them to go fuck themselves. But the fact that they're racist assholes and I know they're going to fail so hard just makes me, probably makes me agree with this guy more. Yeah, I want them to do it because, yes, they do see it as worthwhile, and you should invest in things that are worthwhile and try to improve, the city around you and your community and shit like that. But don't be a racist while doing it. It's not a good thing, and it doesn't matter who you are. Anybody can be racist. Oh, that's the leftist in me coming out. Sorry. My bad. And I had to like sign in to Twitter and shit. Army guy Dan didn't even. We need to build a casino too. I watched Ozarks and this is a good idea. We literally liberated land and the first thing you think of is to bring colonial gambling system. What in the world? Yeah, you guys are gonna fail. I feel like this dude's fucking trolling them. I watched Ozarks and this is a good idea. Oh yeah, I don't see enough prep involved to make me hopeful they know what they're doing. Don't be racist as well. Yeah, don't be racist. It's not fun. It's not cool. Oh man. Dude, like, yeah, they didn't prep for any of this. I'm wondering, do they have prefab shelters? How are they going to get the prefab shelters out there? Did they survey the land? Again, is the land going to shift? How well, like, how much flat land do they have? Do they have any access to heavy machinery? Can they get the heavy machinery up there? Can they operate the heavy machinery? Man, my head's itchy. My hair is so long, I fucking hate it. There's so many questions in this that I would love to ask anybody. If anybody who's part of this Black Hammer shit wants to contact me, go ahead. I would love to ask you all of these questions about your little colony that I guarantee is gonna fail so hard. Yo, they made a Jonestown sequel. Oh man. Oh no, yeah, Jim Jones at Jonestown in South America. No, I'm thinking of David Koresh at Waco. My bad. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Good job, dude. I'm glad me and a bunch of stupid assholes are going to start a community in the middle of the desert to either die or prove a very important point. Good shit. Yeah, how will they charge their phones? I'm sure one of them brought an external battery that they can fucking fight to the death over. Oh man, the fact that they like I know I haven't yet made the point, but didn't you guys just like colonize this land? Aren't you making a colony on land? And it was someone else's land. Now, if you bought this land, okay, it's not necessarily a colony. Fine, it's your land. You own it. Sure, but it just says you liberated 200 acres of land. Who gave this to? Where did you get this? Where did you get this land, Black Hammer? Black Hammer, hey. Where'd you get the land? Where'd you get it? Where'd you get the land, Black Hammer? Come on, bud. Be honest with me. Oh my god, dude. Colonized Unity, yeah. Okay, let's see. They raised $64,632. Okay, they did buy it. Okay, they Indigenous anarchists. They raised $64,632 on GoFundMe and are now claiming to have bought 200 acres with a lake and 3 rivers on it. You can't get land for that price in flat desert lands, let alone in the mountains with water access. Continues to smell like a huge scam. Yeah, it does kind of. They are taking pictures. Oh, they have a tent. They have a tent. Yeah, these people are definitely solar battery charger fight. Yeah. Yeah, these people are idiots and hypocrites. Like, there's no doubt about that. Look at this. This is your colony. All right. TJ Kirk made the perfect analogy for this. He made the perfect point on this. The disposability of men. Okay? You can... If you switch this around, you could make a population, sort of. Alright? You would still have issues with, like, inbreeding. But you could sort of make a population if you switched the roles around. But if you're trying to populate this with just, you know, you people, like the Black Hammer people, I guess. I don't want to say you people. That sounds terrible. They took the land, wink, wink. Yeah. I'm wondering if they either illegally settled this land or if they like that guy was saying, it smells like a scam. It kind of feels like they just went out camping and they were like, yeah, we got this. We got all this land and we acquired it, but the receipts don't add up. And yeah, even if you bought 200 acres of the shittiest land in the United States, if you bought land in like along the border where people constantly die, yeah, you're not gonna get 200 acres for 64 grand. Ain't gonna happen. But yeah, you could repopulate if you switch these roles around. But right now, it's gonna, if you wanted to repopulate, it's gonna take 9 months every time this woman gets pregnant. Otherwise, I mean, that's one baby every every year, rather than, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 or 9 babies per year. These people are so goddamn dumb. Although I do see this, I think, well, she's got her own tent. She's got her own little tent, and all these other dudes sleep together. So maybe they're maybe they're not all interested in her. But no, just kidding. It's a total scam to make money. They won't live up there. They're millennials. Yeah, these people look way too clean and trim and in skinny jeans to be up in the mountains for too long. You would not wear these if you were going to be in the mountains for more than a day. I wouldn't wear this in the mountains for more than a day. I wouldn't wear this out. I wouldn't wear these outside for more than a day, simply because it would be uncomfortable as fuck. This guy's got it right. Yeah, I know. You want camo? No, just get some like baggy cargo pants. It'll breathe. You'll be able to move around. It'll protect your legs. You got this extra material, so when stuff catches on you, it's like it's catching on that rather than onto your skin. This guy's in sweatpants, I think. What the fuck? Is he? This dude's in sweatpants. Guys, you were only there for a day. Get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of here. There is no way you were there for more than a fucking day. Yeah, it looks like you got a ton of food to start your colony. Huh. Do you guys see what I see? Let me take a guess at what you think is suspicious about this picture here. What do you guys think? Huh. I mean, there's a few suspicious things, but what do you think is the most suspicious part about this? Oh, sorry. Let's give it a second. Let me wet my whistle, because I've been jaw jacking for an hour. Alright. If you guessed the fire pit, you are correct. I used to do historical camping. Nothing that existed after 1836. That is tough. Yeah, that is fucking tough. That sounds like a once in a lifetime or once a year thing that I would do now. No way to actually cook the food correct. Well, I was gonna say, so they bought this land and they set up here. This is a campsite. This was here way before they got there. This fire pit was not built by them. This land, this brush was not cleared by them. They did not clear this. They did not build this fire pit. And that, I mean, it is kind of a shitty fire pit, but it's a fire pit nonetheless. And this area has been used over and over and over again, which lends to the hypothesis that they're not going to, they're scamming. They're not actually anywhere. They went out, spent a couple $100 to camp on somebody's land and take some pictures and then say, hey, we bought this shit. And what is it? 10 people, $64,000. What is it? $6,400 each. Wow. For $6,400, you too can scam your way to a campsite. Yeah, they are at a campsite. Dude, I've been in the woods. I've never like bivouacked like an infantryman, but I've set up training sites and shit. I've been into these fucking places, and you clear the land. You do a lot of preparation before you fucking bed down. There's a lot of shit you have to do before you even decide you're going to stop for the night. Shit. If you're not in the right place, you're not stopping for the night. If there's too much brush, if there's too much water, if there's too much activity around, you might not be able to stop right there. You might have to move on and clear the land somewhere else. If you want to build a fire out here, holy shit, you better build that shit right, because you don't want to start a forest fire out here. That would not be good. All of that shit looks dry as fuck and really easy to burn. Oh man, as soon as winter comes, these people would be instantly fucked. Instantly. Although I do love their doggo. I feel bad for the dog because it's with them. Poor puppy. You're a sweet boy or girl, which I think it's a boy. It's a boy. Oh. Poor puppy. Hopefully they don't feed it some shitty vegan diet or something like that. It looks fairly well fed. That sweet boy. Sweet puppy dog. Oh, damn. Oh, he's got a rifle. Oh, why do you have a rifle? So you got a rifle out there? Why do you have a rifle? Why do you have to hide it? Why are you hiding your rifle, dude? I mean, you're straight up just making it more obvious that you have a real firearm there. But why do you have a rifle, bro? Why you got a rifle? What you doing with your rifle out there? Hunting? Maybe illegally? Maybe you have an assault rifle to hunt? I don't think so. I wouldn't hunt with an assault rifle. Unless it was like a coyote or something. Then yeah. Sure. Because they tend to be pests. Jeez. Yeah, they're straight up at a campsite. That water. Chili, weed from the city, so water that clear before. Can't wait to be free. Oh. That was weird. That was a weird sentence. Sellout behavior. You are colonized people literally making a space for white people to make it less safe for colonized people to organize. All because of you hating and don't believe in colonized organization and power. Yeah, dude, you're getting grifted. You're getting scammed, bro. Something positive. Them Ku Klux communists send their tokens to attack the org. This tactic is old. The people ain't falling for it. No mo. Damn, dude. These people suck at grammar. Like, cases like Jonestown are exactly why we ain't got no Europeans leading us. We ain't trying to build no crazy Mayo people cult to get us killed. Oh yeah, you're gonna build a much smaller cult that's gonna make you suffer and die out in the wilderness instead of killing yourself in the fucking South American jungle. Big fucking difference. Way to go. You guys are moving up. You'll show them. You'll show them when you fucking roll over and die in the woods, in the deserts of Utah. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever seen some dumber people. Oh my god. Oh. That makes you a sellout. What? Guaranteed. If you approached one of these people, like one of the main organizers, with a shitload of money, I'm saying just one of them, one or two of them with like a shitload of money, and be like, hey, I'll support you guys if you do this, and then get that person to try and convince the other ones, boom, they'll be gone. They'll fall apart instantly because one of them will want to sell out. Because you throw enough money at somebody and they'll do just about anything. Like me, I'll do a lot of things for money, which is why I don't have my donation thing. Slim, can you do me a favor and put the Discord link into the chat? Because I forgot to update it when I put it into updated the description. Updated the Discord. All right. So that's another of Black Hammer Utah. They're really fucking dumb, and it's gonna be funny to watch their decline as they get found out for scamming people and just going to a campsite, or actually trying to build this and it completely failing, and they try and erase all of the evidence of it. And the I don't know, indigenous anarchists or whatever they were called, yeah, they're gonna be right. They're gonna be on top next. Thanks, dude. Oh my god. Sorry, my back's a little messed up. It was kind of messed up today. I don't know what happened. Okay. All right. Been here for an hour. Awesome. All right. What I'm gonna do is real quick. I'm gonna take a quick latrine break, and then we're gonna get into the Jordan Peterson fanboys. We'll go back and try and see if I can get into Army Guy Dan's tweets. See if he's there. Awesome. Thank you, Slim. Everybody, check out the Discord. Go ahead and hit the link in the chat right now, and check it out. But I'm gonna put on a little music. I'll be back in probably 3 minutes. We'll be all right. Boo.
Спасибо вам за славный парад! Спасибо, брат, вам за отличное учение!
All right. Sorry about that. I really had to go. Alrighty. Yeah. Can you probably know your way around Twitter a little bit more. Realize, can you link me some of those Anne Frank things? Because I totally forgot about that. They straight up shit on Anne Frank. The Black Bloc. My bad. The Black Hammer people. Straight up shit on Anne Frank. And like, why do? Alright. I I really don't like talking about Jordan Peterson sometimes. Actually, most of the time, or ever. Fuck him. I hate him. But, he's been on my radar quite a bit lately. One, because of that stupid Hail Lobster bullshit that's all over the place. And the other is because I go on 9gag all the time. That's where I see this all the time. They're just uploading Jordan Peterson clips, and then you got his fanboys, you know, like, oh, he's so profound. And they end up, and I made this point to somebody, and I'm going to show you in a little bit, that they're basically all the same. It gets to the same fucking arguments all the time, and they get debunked all the time. And it gets so goddamn boring debunking these Jordan Peterson fanboys. I wonder if they have comments disabled. No. Excuse me. So I'm going to show you some this short interaction that I had with this young individual. Again, when I show you my conversations with people, this is not an invitation to go to that person and harass them. I will not back you up if you do so. Where are my taxes? I'm like, hold on. Duh, you could just go to the file explorer you have open. Okay, yeah, I think that's the first one. No. Alright. So, like, so I called this dude out. And he was responding to something else I said to somebody else. And he's like, I was like, hey, no, nobody's being arrested for misgendering anybody in Canada. It's not happening. He lied about C-16. He could have lost his job if he continued to refuse to, or if he continued to intentionally misgender people. And that's because he worked for an institution funded by the Canadian government. He worked essentially for the Canadian government, and he fell under those rules. C-16 simply added transgender people as a protected class to the already existing protected classes. That's all it did. Alright? That's it. These people still don't fucking get that. They don't understand that because they refuse to. They pull it in and push it out. And I'll show you exactly how that happens. I'll show you exactly why I'm correct on that. Old boy says, as for your third point, it's starting to happen in Canada. In British Columbia, a father is going to be jailed because he didn't want to call his daughter. He didn't want to support her transgender therapy, right? All right, that's like, oh yeah, well, he didn't want to. He intentionally wanted to misgender, so they called the cops, and he was thrown in jail for his speech. And my ass was like, now this shows that I consume way too much news and media, because I was like, and that happened how many months ago? And you still didn't do even the slightest amount of research to find out he was jailed for violating a judge's direct order regarding contact with his child. JBP fanboys are all the same, and it gets boring refuting the same points you guys make over and over, which is true. It gets fucking boring. You guys make the same points. Like it does. I don't know. That's fucking. I'll find it. So he gives me this. He gives me this article, right? Which I had up at some point. Nope. I'm going to. Okay. We're gonna do some transcribing. Watch this. Oh, it's beta. Columbia. Hold on. Well, long story short, I'll look up the article while I'm talking about it. All right. So he sends me this article, and it basically proves my point. Jailed. Over Trans Am Father jailed over Trans-Siberian Orchestra. That's interesting. I gotta find that one out. Gotta look that one up someday. Over. I'm sure we can find it. I'm sure we can find it. Okay. So, what did that young man say? Right? He said that he was jailed for misgendering his child. That's what he was jailed for. BC dad accused of publicizing transgender son's personal detail jailed pending trial. Okay. A BC dad accused of violating a court order by publicizing personal information about his underage son, who is transgender, is being kept behind bars pending his trial next month. Last week, BC Supreme Court Justice Michael Taman ordered that the father, who can only be identified as CD, be held without bail until his criminal contempt case is heard. He's been sitting out in a government-supplied bed cot in a small cement cubicle with iron bars for speaking his mind, and he will stay there until the trial starts at 2 p.m. on the 12th of April, said Carrie Lind, defense lawyer for the accused. Yes, it's his defense lawyers. They're going to defend them constantly. Trans rights activists argue the father made his own jailhouse bed. Yeah, pretty much. And they would ultimately like to see a stiff punishment handed down for alleged behavior they see as outright dangerous. Yeah. What he's doing is bad for his child. It's bad for everybody who has won a court order. And I totally support the courts bringing in a criminal penalty for his misconduct. I'm sorry. Misconduct. Morgan Ogre told CTV News. So again, he was not jailed for misgendering his child. He didn't say, "Oh no, you're a girl. You're not a boy. Fuck you." He was jailed because the court said, "You can't do that. You're going to be you can't post your underage child's personal information. Stop doing that. I'm a judge. I'm telling you directly not to do that because you have the potential to harm this child." And he violated the court order and went to jail. And that's what happened. Okay? He didn't walk around. He didn't go into some shop and, he didn't go into GameStop and, walked into the "it's ma'am" lady. He didn't walk into that and say, "No, it's not," and then got, beaten down by the police. He was trying to harm his fucking child, you morons. He was trying to fucking harm his child. How do you idiots not get that? And it's here in the headline. It's right there. The answer's there. Me being right to this jackass, to any Jordan Peterson fanboy that wants to fucking watch this shit. Anybody that wants to watch this, that's why I'm right. This is what I'm talking about. You guys don't understand. You don't retain the information. You don't process anything. You just think, "Oh, well, Jordan Peterson said that's how it happened, and I saw it on 4chan too, and I don't believe this." And this dude sent me this article. The guy arguing the point sent me the fucking article. Okay? That proved me right. How far up your own ass do you have to be to send your opponent proof that they're right and then claim that you're in the correct position? You got to be dumb as fuck at that point. I'd be fine if somebody just admit you're wrong. I'm fine with admitting I'm wrong. I admit I'm wrong all the fucking time. It's just part of being a goddamn adult. Being a grown-up. Just fucking admit you're wrong once in a while. And if you're super wrong, yeah. And if you have to change, better for you. People change. That's good. That's a good thing. Change is good. Change be good sometimes, alright? That is how dumb they are. I just don't understand how the information doesn't process. And I don't know if I want to watch this whole 4-minute Tucker Carlson video, because everything about this video is absolutely disgusting. It is the fucking worst. just everything from the visuals, the fact that it's Tucker Carlson talking to Jordan Peterson just makes it like vomitrocious. So let's watch. Oh my god, dude, it's
Jordan
so
Peterson was a clinical
so
psychologist
bad.
practicing in Canada when he got into a fight with the Canadian government over his right to say what he believes is true. That catapulted him in the position he occupies now, which is as one of the world's most important, one of its last, really, public intellectuals. He's written a brand new book, 12 New...
Hey, bud. Tucker. I know it must be chilly where you are. This is May 4th. Oh, this premiered May 4th. What? Get the fuck out of here. This was 3 days ago? Man, I'm out of touch with Tucker Carlson. I was gonna say, I don't know where you're going, Tucker. I don't know what the weather is where you are, but you got some chapped lips, bud. Might want to check that out. I mean, might want to put a little bit more lipstick on there, champ, because it looks like you got some. Looks like you got a lip piercing. Oh, does Tucker Carlson have a lip piercing? Oh, was he making out with Jordan Peterson and his lip piercing came out, and that's why it's all fucked up? Oh, dude, that would be so fucked up. Tucker Carlson, good job, dude. You exposed yourself. No, not Carlson. Oh my god, I hate this guy so much.
Rules to life.
I hate everything about him.
He's had a long and fascinating, genuinely fascinating conversation with him on a new episode of Tucker Carlson today. It's just out on Fox Nation. Here's part of it.
It has
You
weird
made your
lip line.
decision 2016.
God. Oh, this is so cringe. Look at. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Dude, look at this. Look at this fucking set, man. This is so weird and gross. Oh. Like, I'm trying to find the good, and the good I can find is the fact that they have to still abide by COVID restrictions, and he's got him on this big ass screen, which is poorly fit into this framing here. He's got this big ass screen, but he's also got the curved desk, so it kind of makes you feel more like the person is there. So good on that. But he's real far over on this right third. Tucker, you should probably be a little bit more over here. And I know you don't want to cover the American flag, but it just looks a little bit better. I'm just saying. Oh my god. Like the wood and the shitty like wannabe. It's corporate country bullshit. That's all it is. This is what you would find in a Southern Denny's, basically, or a Cracker Barrel. This looks like a fucking Cracker Barrel. That's basically it, dude. And why? It looks like shit. You don't look like you're in a barn. You look like you're in a fucking. You look like you're in what a millionaire thinks a barn looks like. That's what you're in, dude.
Not to say
Dude, I'm
what
getting
the
a
government
fucking
of
headache
Canada was
from
prepared
this
to
shit.
force you to say. You decided, I can't do that. It violates my conscience. My soul's at stake. I'm not doing
So
it.
much wood.
Looking back on that decision 5 years later.
You think he's compensating for something with all that wood around? Could be.
Your life is completely different from what it was. Are you happy that you made that decision? Was it worth it?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm happy that I made the decision. I wouldn't say that my life has been particularly happy over the last 5 years. It's been stressful beyond comprehension
Yeah, that's what happens when you fuck around and find out. Your life gets pretty stressful. Just saying. Also, when you're not necessarily a Nazi, but you're part of a pipeline that makes people Nazis, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of shit. And people are going to shit on you. And you're going to be stressed the fuck out. Because it's not fun, being a Nazi. You don't want to be a Nazi. People don't like Nazis. That's why they get punched in the face. Also, don't randomly punch Nazis. Don't do that. You'll go to jail for assault. Rightly so. Wrong pipe.
For a variety of reasons, and I would say being pilloried on a regular basis publicly is definitely part of that. But
Sorry.
you know, you make your decisions in life, and I decided when I was very young.
Hold on. Okay. So he got addicted to drugs, and I mean, there's yeah, poor rich person. Aw, poor guy. I'm sure you know what? Why don't you go ahead and sell one of your homes and then take a nice trip? You'll be okay. You know, you'll have a little extra padding too. Why don't you go to Russia and put yourself in a coma again, you dumb fuck? So that's exactly what he did. He got addicted to drugs, and instead of seeking real medical advice and real actual help, basically what he did is he went to Russia and said, hey, put me in a medically induced coma and let me come out of it. And a lot of people have speculated that he may have permanent brain damage. And I'm beginning to, in this interview, I'm beginning to really think that it's not just like mild brain damage. I think he's really quite damaged from that. You can tell he's looking down. He's looking down the entire time because he's reading. He's reading off of cards. It seems like these questions were given to him prior to, and he had to answer them, and then they have to be repeated to him. Maybe he's having some like cognitive or memory issues or something like that. But it doesn't seem like Jordan Peterson can really speak extemporaneously right now. It's weird because normally he's a lot more energetic, don't you think? He's more engaged. He's looking at the person he's talking to. But in this, he's just looking down, reading, and he's slow. He seems tired. Oops.
In my mid-20s, that I was going to say what I believed and see what happened. I talked to you earlier in the talk about adventure, you know, about the adventure of truth, and I don't think I'm happy about what has happened, and I certainly have dragged my family through their fair share of, well, both.
Now he's realizing that he hasn't been looking at the camera, so he's trying to make that eye contact, but he doesn't look healthier. He looks a lot worse. I'm not saying like he got older. I'm like, he doesn't look good.
Both hell and also incomprehensible opportunity. It's expanded our lives in both directions to a tremendous degree, but it's certainly been an adventure. It's not been dull.
I don't understand. So normally, if you're gonna read like a teleprompter, the teleprompter is right below the camera, so it looks like you're looking at the camera. So if I'm talking to the teleprompter, it looks like I'm talking to you. But it seems like it's maybe he needs glasses, but he doesn't want to wear them because he doesn't want his fanboys to see him as weak or something like that. But it looks like he's looking straight down at what he is supposed to say. And Tucker Carlson just has that dumbass fucking shit look on his face of, just like completely confused about what the hell is going on in front of him. Unable to actually like comprehend any sort of emotion that's happening with him. Oops. God, this is so gross. I hate these fucking people.
I don't believe that it was a mistake. Whatever happens as a consequence of telling the truth is the best thing that can happen.
If you don't think I'm not gonna watch Jordan Peterson and Elon Musk talk and shit all over it, yeah, you're wrong. I'm totally gonna do that.
It doesn't really matter how it looks to you at the moment, or maybe even across the years. Because you have to, it's an article of faith in some sense. Do you believe that reality is better constituted as a consequence of truth or falsity? If you believe that reality is best constituted as a consequence of truth, then you have a responsibility to speak the truth. And you can't assess the consequences and say, well, that was a mistake, because part of the decision that reality is best constituted as a consequence of the truth is the decision that no matter what happens is the best if it's a consequence of telling the truth. And so that's what I conclude. It's like, this is what happened because I said what I had to say.
Do it.
As clearly as I.
Sorry, I'm having a little internet trouble. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Weird. I'm gonna wait for this to catch up. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it doesn't shit out on me. Come on, you. Where's my camera frozen? Okay, there we go. Alright, sorry about that. I don't know what the hell happened. Shitty internet. Let's look up something. Why Jordan Peterson is correct. It's funny that that's up there this whole time, because I was trying to find videos, like low view count videos of people talking about Jordan Peterson, to find Jordan Peterson fanboys, but all I found was like Jordan Peterson interviews, and I clicked on this one, and I guess I should have erased that, but oh well. Fuck me, right? Oh man. Why Jordan Peterson is correct. Do it. So, Jordan Peterson doesn't even believe that, like, facts are true or something like that. Believe in facts. Let's see. Jordan Peterson doesn't understand George Orwell. There's a clip of him where I forget exactly what he says, but it's something like he says like what is your point? Facts for values. Okay, I'm gonna go look too much farther for that. But he basically says that like facts aren't true or some shit like that, or like if it doesn't serve good, then it's not true, which makes absolutely no fucking sense, because a bomb exploding a terrorist exploding a bomb killing people is not a good thing, but is an objective reality of something that would happen. If that were to happen, 9/11 happened. Was that a good thing? No. In their minds, maybe that's what he's talking about. Like, in order for something to happen, it has to be true in someone's mind. That's just dumb and reductive. What the fuck does that even make sense? Now he's saying that truth in speech is of divine significance. Like, so God gave us truth in speech, even though you don't believe that, like, reality is even true unless it serves good? What the fuck? What is your philosophy, Jordan Peterson? This makes no sense. You can't just say facts don't exist if they're not good, and then be like, oh well, truth is is God's speech, or whatever the fuck you're saying. None of what he's saying makes any fucking sense. Just because something is false doesn't mean it didn't happen. Doesn't mean that. And just because something is true doesn't mean it's good. I think he actually said that. Just because, like, whether the outcome of telling the truth is good or not, telling the truth is good, which is, of course, the right answer. But that's a very simple thing. Any adult can
I could say it.
wrap their mind
That's
around.
as good as it
You
could
lie
be.
strategically.
Now,
That's
whether or
that's the
not
part of
good,
being an
well,
adult.
it's good compared to all possible alternatives, all possible realistic alternatives. That's an article of faith as far as I'm concerned. You know, our culture is predicated on the idea that truth in speech is of divine significance. It's the fundamental presupposition of our culture. Well,
What?
if you believe that, then you act it out. And you take the consequences.
God, he's struggling so hard to get through this. Like it seems like he's trying real hard to like pull both the emotion out. He it feels like he knows what he has to do and say, but it's a real strain on him. Like I don't know if anybody's broken a bone. When you break a bone and then your arm's in a cast for a long time and you don't have like the same muscle strength, so you can't like lift things or pick things up quite or move quite well. And I think that's where he's at. He doesn't have a lot of great motor skills here, dude. Holy shit, dude.
You're going to take the consequences one way or another, you know. So,
somebody put a video suggestion.
You want the truth on your side? Or do you want to hide behind falsehoods?
That's the question. You want to hide behind falsehoods. You can watch a full...
Do you want to... How fucking ironic. Decomposed Maiden's cult leader found in Colorado home. Ooh, what? Slim, thank you. Yeah, we will totally watch that. I just saw your links. Thank you. Yeah, we will totally watch those. Tucker, what the fuck did you just say? What did you just say, Tucker?
Hide behind falsehoods. You can watch a full interview.
What was that?
Behind falsehoods.
Okay.
You can watch
falsehood your side?
Let's listen to him.
Falsehoods?
That's the question. You want to hide behind falsehoods. You can...
Do you want to hide behind falsehoods? You know what? You know that your entire show is a falsehood? You're not news. You're entertainment. You're an opinion. That's it. You legally should not be taken as news. You can't be taken as news. You were not truthful. This is all opinion and entertainment. That was settled in a court of law. Tucker Carlson, you are the one hiding behind a falsehood. Your entire life is a falsehood. We know you're an heir to the Swanson Meals fortune. We know that. We know you make $6 million a fucking year. We know that. We know where you came from, Tucker. We're not fucking stupid. You just happen to have a whole hell of a lot of protection because you're really rich and you make people a lot of money. That's about it. Fuck you, Tucker Carlson, and fuck Jordan Peterson, and fuck his fanboys. Let's see what these assholes said in the comments. Whatever happens as a consequence of telling the truth is the best thing that can happen, I guess. I guess that's okay. It's an okay way to look at it. Dr. Peterson is such a brilliant man. Sadly, his sage words bounce off the skulls of so many people. Bro, there is so much room in your skull that Jordan Peterson lives in there fucking rent-free. And so does everybody on Twitter, probably. The purpose of thinking is to let your thoughts die instead of you. What? God, that seems so like 14-year-old wannabe psychologist type of shit. There's a clip of Jon Stewart clowning Carlson. Oh, yes, the bow tie. Man, I haven't seen this in a long time. I think it's the yeah. 1414. Okay. Day Fox News almost died. We'll watch a little bit of it. I'm not gonna go through the whole 15-minute video, but it's gonna be fucking hilarious. I love Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart is he's not just a comedian, but he's an activist, and he does good. Jon Stewart has done more for 9/11 responders than anybody in Congress, and that's fucking pathetic. All of those dinosaur-ass motherfuckers have been around, and they were there that day when that shit fucking happened, and all of them just didn't give a fuck. They were like, oh yeah, elect us because we care about, our, care about the first responders. 10 years later, oh no, we don't have enough money to give a fuck about them anymore, and that's not really that popular, so fuck you. Meanwhile, Jon Stewart's there actually getting them the things that they need.
Challenger was also in New York, also facing some difficult questions.
How do you stay in shape?
Do you eat something?
Do you have a routine? Do you run about?
It's like Nerf Crossfire.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That's what it was. It used to be Regis and Kathy Lee. Then it was Regis and Kelly. Because he got, what, like, some lady on there. Because my grandma always used to watch Regis and Kathy Lee. God damn, so old.
Black versus white, paper versus plastic, Red Sox against the Yankees. That's why every day we have two guests with their own unique perspective on the news. But today, Crossfire is very different. We have just one guest. He's either the funniest smart guy on TV or the smartest funny man. We'll find out which in a minute. But he's certainly an Emmy Award winner, the host of Comedy Central's Daily Show, and the co-author of the new mega bestseller, America the Book, A Citizen's Guide to Inaction, at your bookstores everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Crossfire, Jon Stewart.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Someone just responded to my comment calling Tucker Carlson a grifter on PragerU. Be like, oh, you and your friends are in an your echo chamber agrees with you.
Something nice about John Kerry right now.
Really?
I like John. I care about John Kerry.
And something about President Bush.
He'll be unemployed
Really?
soon.
Glass houses, bro.
See, I made the effort anyway.
No, actually, I knew Bush in Texas a little bit, and truth is, he's actually a great guy. He's not a very good president, but he's actually a very good person. I don't think you should have to hate to oppose somebody, but it makes it easier.
Why do you argue? The two of you, I hate to see it.
We enjoy it.
Let me ask you a question.
Wait, let me ask you a question first.
All right.
Is John Kerry really the best? I mean, I think, John Kerry's not a terrible guy.
Is he the best? I thought Lincoln was good.
Is he the best the Democrats can do?
Is he the best the Democrats can do?
Yeah, this year.
I'd always thought in a democracy, and again, I don't know, I've only lived in this country, that there's a process. They call them primaries. Right. And they don't always go with the best, but they go with whoever won. So is he the best? According to the process.
Right, but of the 9 guys running, who do you think was best? Do you think he was the best? The most impressive?
The most impressive?
Yeah.
I thought Al Sharpton was very impressive. I enjoyed his way of speaking. I think oftentimes the person that knows they can't win is allowed to speak the most freely, and because otherwise shows with titles such as Crossfire, or Hardball, or I'm gonna kick your ass, or we'll jump on it. In many ways, it's funny, and I made a special.
I'll never understand why. Like I get why they're doing this on a money making or like a TV level, but I don't get why any political commentator or politician would ever agree to like debate a comedian, especially someone like Jon Stewart. If you're going to debate a comedian, they're going to destroy you because they are masters of rhetoric, and a debate is just a competition of rhetoric. That's all a debate really is. So comedians are masters of rhetoric. They can take your words and just put what they think about it on it and make it enjoyable, and that's exactly what he's fucking doing. And he's correct in what he's saying.
I'm on the show today because I have
The primaries
amongst my
don't
friends,
pick
and also
the best
occasional
person. They
newspapers
pick
and
who
television shows.
the DNC wants.
Mentioned this show as
Or the
being,
RNC wants.
Bad. And I wanted to. I felt that that wasn't fair, and I should come here and tell you that I don't. It's not so much that it's bad as it's hurting America. So I wanted to come here today and say.
Wait.
Here's just what I wanted to tell you guys.
Yeah.
Stop. Stop hurting America.
Okay, now
and come work for us, because we, as the people.
How do you pay?
The people, not well.
better than CNN, I'm sure.
But
Not
you can
well.
sleep at night. See, the thing is,
That's
we need
awesome.
Your help.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why you don't go up against a fucking comedian, because they're masters of rhetoric. So quick. Didn't even miss a beat. Not much, but you could sleep at night. Well, fuck yeah, I'll take being able to sleep at night over, over making millions of dollars. Give me thousands of dollars and let me sleep at night. That'd be fine. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
You're helping the politicians and the corporations, and we're left out there to mow our
You
lawns.
just said we're too rough on them when they make mistakes.
No, you're not too rough on them. You're part of their strategies. You're partisan, what do you call it, hacks.
Let me tell you something valuable that I think
Good
we
shit.
do that I'd like to see you
Something
do.
valuable?
Yeah, no, it's
I would
nice
like
when
to hear
politicians,
it.
and I'll tell you, when politicians come on,
Yeah.
it's nice to get them to try and answer the question. And in order to do that, we try and ask them pointed questions. I want to contrast our questions with some questions you asked John Kerry recently.
If you want to compare your show to a comedy show, you're more than welcome to.
Here's the point.
If that's your goal,
Awesome.
It's not.
I wouldn't aim for us. I'd aim for
Here's the
Seinfeld.
problem.
That's
Kerry
a very
won't-
good show.
Kerry will come on this show. He will come on your show. Let me suggest why he wants to.
Well,
come
we
on
have
your show.
civilized discourse.
Well, here's an example of civilized discourse. Here are three of the questions you asked John.
Yeah.
You have a chance to interview the Democratic nominee. You ask him questions such as, quote, how are you holding up? Is it hard not to take the attacks personally?
Yeah.
Have you ever flip-flopped, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't you feel like you got the chance to interview the guy? Why not ask him a real question instead of just suck up to him?
Yeah, how you holding up is a real suck up, and actually was giving him a hot stone massage as we were doing it. It's interesting to hear you talk about
I felt the
my
sparks between you.
responsibility to the. I didn't
Oh,
realize
this is about
that,
to be sweet.
and maybe this explains quite a bit.
the opportunity,
is that the news organizations look to Comedy Central for their cues on integrity. So,
Oh
what I would
shit.
suggest is, when you talk about you're holding politicians' feet to the fire, I think that's disingenuous. I think you're.
How are you holding up? I mean, come on.
No. I don't. But my role isn't. I don't
You
think.
can ask him a real question, don't you think? Instead of saying,
I don't think I have to. By the way, I also asked him, were you in Cambodia? But I didn't really care. I don't care because I think it's stupid. Well, but my point is this: if your idea of confronting me is that I don't ask hard-hitting enough news questions, we're in bad shape, fellas.
we're here to love you.
No. But what I'm saying is this.
God, I
I'm not.
fucking love Jon Stewart. He just sort of like oozes confidence, and he does it in such a funny fucking
I'm
way.
here to confront you because we need help
God damn.
from the media, and they're hurting us. And it's the idea is.
If the indictment, let me get this straight. If the indictment if the indictment is, and I have seen you say this, that Crossfire reduces everything, as I said in the intro, to left, right, black, white.
Yes.
Well, it's because, see, we're a debate show. It's like saying the Weather Channel reduces
that'd be
everything.
great.
Bow tie.
I would love to
30
see a
minutes
debate
in a
show.
24-hour day where we have each side on as best we can get them
That would be great.
and have them fight it out.
To do a debate would be great, but that's like saying pro wrestling is a show about athletic
I'm sorry.
competition.
I think you're a good comedian. I think your
That's-
lectures are boring.
Damn, that's a really good fucking analogy. I really like that. To say that like these political debates are anything other than theater is laughable, because that's what it is. And Kyle Kalinske has said this time and time again. You have like MSNBC or CNN where you got to play both sides. That's why climate denial still exists, is because outlets like CNN and shit are we'll say, okay, well, we have to have the climate scientist on, but we also have to have the counter to that. No, you fucking don't. Not when the statistics are skewed 99.9% to fucking 0.1, you fucking idiots. You don't have to do that. Just bring on the people who, if you want to do something like that, bring on the people who are actually going to debate the solution to the problem, not debate their positions on the problem. That's the whole fucking issue. I don't give a fuck how easily you can defend your position. What is your solution? Bring up a goddamn solution. And that's one of the main issues I have with conservatives especially, and the idiots around, basically political idiots. And I'm gonna say conservatives because that's most of the political idiots that I tend to interact with. Although it does go both ways, trust me. But they don't understand. Hold on. I went on a tangent and lost my train of thought, and then you came up. Way to go, NJMP. You made me lose my train of thought now. So, what was I saying?
Wrestling.
Okay. Yeah. So, it's way better to have a debate about the solution, and the conservatives don't ever have a solution. They don't ever put forth a solution. They only identify the fucking problems. Okay, identify the problem. Identify what the problem is, or identify what you think the problem is. This is problem solving 101. If your lawnmower breaks down, you start searching for problems. Okay, what's the simplest thing? Is it clogged up? Does it have gas? Does it, is there, gum in the exhaust? Is the spark plug out? Okay, maybe it's the carburetor. Maybe I have to get a new fucking lawnmower or something like that. Then you work through that towards the solution. But if you could just constantly berate the problem and your position on the problem, or somebody else's position on the problem, you don't get anywhere. You spin your wheels in the fucking mud. Good land. Jon Stewart is a liberal in the worst sense, as Philox puts it. 10 degrees to the left of center, in the best time 10 degrees to the right of center when it affects them personally. I guess probably that has a lot to do with the fact that he's rich. However, I wouldn't say Jon Stewart is. I would say that Bill Maher is has a far worse impact, and is a far worse liberal, I would say. Because Jon Stewart actually does actively try to do the right thing, whereas where Jon Stewart is doing it with comedy, Bill Maher tends to do the wrong thing and shadow it with comedy. So, I mean, maybe that's just my opinion. Maybe I don't know enough about Jon Stewart, but Jon Stewart, I'll take Jon Stewart over Bill Maher any fucking day of the week. In fact, I'll take Jon Stewart over John Oliver any day of the week too. But yeah, but he does make good points. I don't think I've had enough exposure to Jon Stewart's bad takes in order to find a bad enough take for me to be like, okay, I really got to look into this. But maybe he says it in here. I want to get to the bow tie part.
A show about athletic competition.
I think you're a good comedian. I think your lectures are boring. Let me ask you a question on the news.
No, this is theater. I mean, it's obvious. How old are you?
35.
And you wear a bow tie.
Yeah, I do. I do.
So this is.
No, I know.
So
You're right. No, let me just go. No, come on.
And listen, I'm not suggesting that you're not a smart guy, because those are not easy to tie. But the thing is that you're doing theater when you should.
And he never wore a bow tie again. This literally was the end of his bow tie wearing career.
It's not honest.
He took that shit so personally, because I know Tucker Carlson thought he looked so fucking smart with that bow tie, because he was like, oh yeah, I can be like Bill Nye. No, when you see a scientist, a physicist with a bow tie, you're like, yeah, that guy's a physicist. He's got a bow tie. Oh shit, he's in a fucking lab coat. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that guy. I'm not gonna listen to Tucker Carlson in a bow tie. Put on a fucking regular tie. And in fact, neckties in general are dumb as shit. They're the fucking worst. I hate them. It's nothing but it's a choking device. It's a way to kill you that's attached to your fucking neck. Way to go. At least people like Fox News and OAN don't pretend to look at every side of the issue. They're cheerleading for their side. It's CNN who are quietly dragging the Overton window right. True. Yeah. Fox News and OWN show their ass constantly, and if you're like me or like this crowd, yeah, you're gonna notice it quite well, and especially if you listen to the people that I listen to. Yeah, you're going to notice it because you're able to point that thing out. It's just about like kind of identifying patterns, the way people are able to do. But you can do that with any news outlet. And CNN, yeah, you're 100% right. CNN has helped drag that Overton window to the right because they're willing to have the most insignificant people on to debate the most significant positions, i.e. climate change. That's why CNN is culpable in this climate, what we're in now. And they're not to be trusted. None of the mainstream media is to be trusted. Fuck them. Stop watching them. Let them die with the boomers. Let mainstream media die with the boomers. Let that shit fucking go away. It's so bad. It's so bad for you, for your mind, and for your psyche, and for just for your well-being. And not only that, but have you ever watched TV and seen the commercials? Have you guys watched TV lately and like watched commercials? Like sat down and just watched TV and not been able to skip through the commercials? Do you know how fucking frustrating that is? How did we survive watching commercials for 40, 50 fucking years? That's probably a lot longer than that. It's probably like 70 years. But, yeah, let's go.
I'm honest. What you do is partisan hackery. And I'll tell you why I know
Kerry
it.
on your show, and you sniff his
you
throat,
sent me
and you're
something,
accusing
too.
us of partisan hackery?
Absolutely.
Read Raw Story.
Kidding, man.
I wouldn't trust Raw Story that much. However, they are a little bit more they're left-leaning, but they're a little bit more objective, I would say. Raw Story does have good short articles that are good, like little bits and bytes that you can pick up. But I'm looking into getting the Ground News app just so that I can kind of get more perspectives and make sure that I'm not, echo chambering myself too much, because we're all in an echo chamber in some way. But yeah, Raw Story definitely does have, they do have good shit. They do have objective journalism. But if you want objective journalism, go outside of the United States. No shit. And especially if you want news on the U.S., go look at a different country. Like, especially like Russia Today is pretty objective about the U.S., although they're very subjective about the Russian government, because of course they are. Not to say that they don't shit on the U.S. all the time. I gave my television in the late 80s. My last set was a black and white. I value my brain too much to subject to corporate brainwashing. Damn, dude. Do you listen to a lot of punk rock? That would be fucking dope. That sounds punk as fuck. You're like, I'm not giving into the corporate brainwashing. Yeah, that's good on you. I sold my TV in 2000 and 16? Yeah, 2016 or so. And I have not bought one since because I don't fucking need one. Why do I need a TV? I can go on YouTube and watch, you know, more entertaining clips like this on a projector screen. And I can skip through the ads that are so schlocky and disgusting and just try and poke at every little button that I have. And I fucking hate them. Stop trying to poke my buttons. They're worn out from decades of your corporate bullshit. Like, that kind of brings up a good point when you say corporate brainwashing. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, my computer was running a little slow for a second there. Crusty is drawn with ARA and remove hammer skins from the park with a pair of steel toes. God damn, dude, that's punk as fuck. That's sweet. Wait, yeah, you definitely had a leather jacket with spikes on it. Did you have Liberty spikes? Tell me you had Liberty spikes. That would be fucking sweet. Kicking some fucking assholes, some skinheads, face in with some steel toes with Liberty spikes. I would love to see that. Somebody draw that for me. Fuck skinheads. Fuck Nazis. Nazis are the fucking worst. Did you guys know that? Nazis suck. Fun fact. No, trust me. Go look. Check it out. Look up, Google, do Nazis suck shit and eat ass? Yes, they do. Not necessarily in that order, though. Sometimes it's reversed.
You're on CNN. The show that leads into me is puppets making crank phone calls. What is wrong with you?
Well, I'm just saying, there's no reason for you.
Anybody remember Crank Yankers? Y'all remember that shit? Where they would record prank phone calls to places and then make puppets lip sync to it, basically. That shit was good. That was some good TV back in the day. Back when we had limited access.
This marvelous opportunity not to be the guy's butt boy, to go ahead and be his butt boy.
Yes,
It's embarrassing.
I was absolutely his butt boy. I was so far. You would not believe what he ate 2 weeks ago. You know, the interesting thing that I have is you have a responsibility to the public discourse, and you fail miserably.
I think.
You need to go to one. The thing that I want to say is, when you have people on for just knee-jerk, reactionary talk.
Wait, I thought you were going to be funny. Come on, be funny.
No, I'm not going to be your monkey. Go ahead. I watch your show every day, and it kills me.
I'm not gonna lie, that's probably a good idea because puncture wounds ain't no joke, especially from those like riveted spikes that you might have, because they're fluted at the end, so it'll go in, expand out, and then close around, and then when you pull the spike out, it closes again, so it's a lot harder to actually get in there. But yeah, man, probably a good idea, but at the same time, fuck them. They're Nazis. Who cares? Literally, if you punched a Nazi in the face, I would not have empathy for that person. However, if you got arrested or you got the shit kicked out of you by like the police or got hemmed up or in any way, I wouldn't have empathy for you either because you just attacked a human being. So let them. Don't punch people unless it don't get into brawls. Don't do what they did in the 80s. Don't throw your TV at a Nazi and then, you know, get spikes banned in your city because you gave them untreatable puncture wounds. Don't do that. Don't go to the 80s in the UK, I'm guessing. Because you said hammer skins. I'm thinking you hammer skins is what in the US you call it skinheads, right? Unless you're in the U.S.
You know,
I forget. I'm
because
sorry. I'm
we
like
need
real
what you do.
bad
This
at
is such a great
remembering
opportunity you
details
have
about
here
people.
to actually get politicians
really Jon
off
Stewart?
of their marketing and strategy. Yeah, it's someone who watches your show and cannot take it anymore. I just can't.
What's it like to have dinner with you? It must be excruciating. Do you like lecture people like this, or do you come over to their house and sit and lecture them, and they're not doing the right?
Dude, he is so butthurt about that bow tie comment. You can tell when Tucker Carlson gets upset because he starts like rattling off questions one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, and he keeps like badgering his guest or his opponent or whatever it may be. Like, he is real pissed off. He knows he's losing this. He knows he just got shit on for his appearance, and he is fucking mad, dude. So he used to walk around with a roll of quarters in each pocket, perfectly legal, and to this day, wear big steel rings too. Yeah, dude. I like rings. I actually like, for some reason, I like hand jewelry. I don't get it. It's just something I like, but I've gotten away from like steel rings because I know it's a good way to break a finger if it's not on properly. Like if it's too big, it'll snap back into your finger and snap it. But yeah, roll of quarters. That sounds expensive, bro. Just like, I mean, some pennies. I don't know, man. But yeah, I actually have I don't have my keys with me, but on my keys I have a little pink, and yes, it is pink, mace thing. Like, it's pepper spray. And I'm not afraid to use it. I don't give a fuck. I've been pepper sprayed before. In fact, just today, I accidentally touched some peppers and got it in my eyeball, and it really hurt. And these were ghost chili peppers. Yeah, that was not fun. So, I keep that on my keychain just in case I have to get into conflict with somebody. I can pepper spray them with some pink ass pepper spray and add a little bit of insult to injury. And if they want to call me a fag or whatever, or what the fuck they want to call me, one, that's not true, and two, so what, dude? You just got beat up by someone you hate. Way to go. You just got beat up by the person you fucking hate.
Right thing, that they're missing their opportunities,
the
or group
of folks you hate.
If I think they are.
Ugh. I wouldn't want to eat with you, man. That's horrible.
I know, and you won't. But
you actually bring up a good point too, NJMP. Jewelry is a really good defense mechanism. Is something good to have on you, because you can do a lot of damage with jewelry on your fingers. And if you're like if you're a female and you have flashier jewelry, it's got more pointy parts, and those pointy parts can dig in. So yeah. Also, if you're being attacked, do what you need to do. Go ahead and kill them. I don't give a fuck. If someone attacks you, if someone physically attacks you, you have the right to fucking defend yourself. Fucking attack them back. And if they're trying to fuck you up, kill them. I don't give a fuck. Wait until somebody comes by. Fuck it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Manslaughter because someone fucking attacked you? Worth it. They're dead. Hammerskins are neo-Nazi skinheads. Yeah, skinheads, basically. Red laces. They're distinct from white power skinheads. White laces. Both types are boneheads to differentiate from the sharps who fought alongside us. Holy fuck, man. I wish I grew up in the 80s. I was born in 1990, so I was like mostly in the 2000s. Ugh. That would have been sweet. Because you didn't have, I don't know. When I was growing up, you didn't have that shit. Yeah, where I grew up, you had these shitty gangs that would come up from East Cleveland, and just all they would do. I'll use this word very loosely, but they were essentially like terrorists. They would just come up, cause trouble, get arrested, and then sent back, and then do it again the next weekend. And that's basically it. No real problems until somebody gets shot, of course, and it's fucking ridiculous. Because that dumbass shit happens. But yeah, so then, okay, so neo-Nazis and white power. So did the Hammerskins and the skinheads ever, like, so the red laces and the white laces, did they ever, like, clash with each other? That would be fun to watch, especially if you're fucking, if you're a crusty, like you call yourself. If you're a crusty, just like sitting on the hill and you watch them go at it, that would be fucking awesome. That would be something to have your dad's VHS camcorder for. Oh man, let's try and finish this. I think we're gonna go on to maybe we might move on to the quartering
I beg of you guys.
a little bit. I don't know. What do you guys want to do after this? We're gonna check out, see if we can get onto Army Guy Dan.
In the rapid fire.
Please.
Hopefully he'll be here. We hope. We think. And then, did U.S. soldiers refuse an order in Iraq? Will Blitzer has the latest on this investigation right after the break.
We were still fighting this fucking war. We're still in Iraq. And then Syria sitting right here. Oh my god, damn, dude. You know what's funny? You guys want to see something funny? Hey, look at this logo right here. You see this logo for Crossfire? You guys want to see something funny? Something cool from my childhood? Maybe it's not as I remember it. Ooh, Crossfire. Is that Target? Give us the quarter pounder. Fuck you. Hold on. Images. Crossfire. Man, this is so old. Okay, maybe it's not as I remember it, but it's fairly similar. But Crossfire, this game was fucking awesome. So, the goal of the game of Crossfire here, right, is you have this this wheel, this like spinny deal here, and then you have this triangle, and basically you got these steel balls that you have to you have a limited amount of ammo, and you have to get these objects into the opponent's goal or whatever. And this game is fun as fuck because it's old school, so it has like steel BBs, and you legit just like shoot them out of this little thing. It just opens one up. It just opens up, and just the ball uses momentum to push out, and you spin, and these it's a triangle or a little saw blade type, star shaped, sun shaped thing around these, and they're around ball bearings, so they spin like this. They spin clockwise while they also move, in a separate direction. Damn, this game was fun as fuck, dude. I gotta get me some Crossfire. I love that game. Yeah, replacement BBs. Oh man, did you guys know that BB, as in BB gun, the BB stands for ball bearing, because they would just take regular ball bearings and then put them in an air rifle and shoot them, and then they started making actual BB guns. So you take your ball bearings, your BBs, and you shoot them. Fucking cool. Sure, the boneheads fought each other all the time. But behind closed doors? Oh, but behind closed doors. Usually over their women. In public, they backed each other up, especially when we came around. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I imagine you guys had similar infighting on your side, in which, like, you know, you probably had brawls with different factions of punk or whatever, and then that was settled. But when it came time for your common enemy, the skinheads or whatever, it's like, hey, let's put our differences aside, and the Nazis are pieces of shit. Fuck them. Let's go beat their fucking asses. So, yeah, I can imagine that happening. But, like, you know, once a group factions out, you're gonna have infighting. It's gonna happen.
I'm Wolf Blitzer.
They were sorry, I'm pausing so much, but what do you call a soldier can refuse orders, by the way. If you have an unlawful order, if you think the order will violate the rule of law, or not the rule of law, the rules of engagement or the Geneva Convention or something like that, you can disobey your orders. So if your commander, regardless of their rank, says a general comes up to you and your battle buddy and says, hey, punch your battle buddy in the face, you can say no, because causing undue harm onto another soldier. So that's one example. But if your commander is saying, kill these civilians, you can say, no, I'm not going to kill these civilians. We can use them as a resource and, you know, process them and see what they actually fucking know. Alright, we're going to skip past Wolf Blitzer. Fuck you, Wolf Blitzer. We're going to go through this, and then we're going to go on to the quarter pounder. We'll do the rapid fire segment. Rapid fire. Rapid fire in the crossfire.
Welcome back to Crossfire. We're talking to John Stewart, who was just lecturing us on our moral inferiority. John, you're bumming us out. Tell us, what do you think of the Bill O'Reilly vibrator story?
No. I'm sorry? I don't.
Oh, okay.
Let me change the subject then.
Where's your
Good
moral
one.
outrage on this?
I don't have it.
I know.
Which candidate do you suppose would provide you better material?
I'm sorry?
Which candidate do you suppose would provide you better material if he won?
Mr. T. I think he'd be the funniest.
But you have a stake in it that way, not just a citizen, but as a professional comic.
Right. Which I hold to be much more important than as a citizen.
Well, there you go. Who would provide you better material, do you suppose?
I don't really know. It's kind of not how we look at it. We look at the absurdity of this system provides us the most material, and that is best served by sort of the theater of it all, you know, which, by the way, thank you both. Because it's
if Kerry gets elected, is it good? I mean, you said you're voting for him. You obviously support him. It's clear.
He's so obsessed with going back to attacking John Kerry. John Kerry was a shit candidate, and Jon Stewart knows that. He's like, I don't care. So he's trying to, like, pull some... If you guys have ever come across somebody that just doesn't care about the situation that you're trying to present to them, it can be really, really frustrating. And the best thing that you can do is remove yourself. But when you're on camera like this, you can't remove yourself without embarrassing yourself. So he has to, like, continue to push it. And you can tell how fucking frustrated he is. Especially after that bow tie comment. Yeah, for us, the big division was lifestylists versus politicals. The politicals considered the lifestylists to be brainless skater dudes. The lifestylists called the political suburban posers. Yeah, I can dig that. That sounds about right. Lifestylists, man, this is all new to me. Like I said, I wish I'd grown up in the fucking 80s so I'd know this shit. Honestly, growing up, I would probably be more, definitely have been more, like, on the conservative side of, like, not necessarily on, like, the neo-Nazi side, but whatever the, conservative side of the punk spectrum would be, whatever that would be, you know, not close to the fucking, like, the other side, but you know what I'm talking about. Because I was I was a lot more conservative in my younger years. I was a lot more shitty of a person because I didn't understand the impact I was having with what I was saying and my ideas. And I've changed those ideas, and I haven't necessarily changed my attitude towards presenting them, simply because I understand that presenting your ideas, if you back down from doing so at any point, it's going to be seen as weakness and it's going to be taken advantage of. So you have to be solid and present your positions as you want them to be presented, and as best as you can present them, and as solidly as you can give them to the people that need to hear it. Then you're gonna make some fucking enemies, and that's gonna happen, and people are gonna feel uncomfortable, and that's just a condition of it. And it's up to you to make them understand that they have to come back at you in a reasonable way rather than in an emotional way, and not to degrade them if they come at you in an emotional way, because that can be the normal human reaction. Don't talk down to people. Conservatives have this huge issue with condescension. Their main argument is, I'm smarter than you, I'm better, I'm richer, I'm higher on the tier list than you, so you need to listen to me, and that's why I talk like this. That's why I know more than you. That's why you should listen to me, because you don't know anything. You don't know. You're just a child, and you're new to the world. Trust me, I've been to good schools. I have known many people, and I have many millions of dollars. So if you ever decide you want to get off your ass and get to this point, then go ahead and try and do that, and you'll understand where I'm at. And that's the classic conservative condescension. Triple C. My back really fucking hurts.
Will it be harder for you to mock his administration if he becomes president?
Now, why would it be harder?
Because
the only way it would be harder is if his administration is less absurd than this one. So in that case, if it's less absurd, then yeah, I think it'd be harder. But I mean, it'd be hard to top this group. I mean, quite frankly, in terms of absurdity.
Is that?
Their world,
that looked like Elizabeth Warren.
To the one that, you know, it was interesting. President Bush was saying, John Kerry, his rhetoric doesn't match his record. But I've heard President Bush describe his record. His record doesn't match his record. So, you know, I don't worry about it in that respect. But let me ask you guys again a question, because we talked a little bit about, you know, you're actually doing honest debate and all that. But after the debates, where do you guys head to right afterwards?
The men's room.
Right after that.
Right, home.
Spin Alley.
Home?
No, Spin Alley.
What are you talking about? I mean, at these debates?
Yeah, you go to Spin Alley, the place called Spin Alley. Mm-hmm. Now, don't you think that for people watching at home, that's kind of a drag, that you're literally walking to a place called Deception Lane? Like, it's Spin Alley. It's, don't you see, that's the issue I'm trying to talk to you guys?
I actually believe, I had a lot of friends who worked for President Bush. Mm-hmm. I went to college with
Neither of us was ever in the spin room, actually.
He's got the Live Strong bracelet. That's so 2006. Oh my god. It's hilarious.
No, I did. I went to Larry King's show. They actually believe what they're saying. They want to persuade you. That's what they're trying to do by spinning. But I don't doubt for a minute these people who work for President Bush, who I disagree with and everything, they believe that stuff, John. This is not a lie or deception at all.
I think they believe in him. I think they believe.
Just like I believe in my guys.
I think they believe President Bush would do a better job. And I believe the Kerry guys believe President Kerry would do a better job. But what I believe is they're not making honest arguments. So what they're doing is, in their mind, the ends justify the means.
I hate to say it at all. I do think you're more fun on your show. Just my opinion.
Okay, John Stewart goes one-on-one with his fans.
You're as big a dick on your show as you are on any show.
Now you're getting into it. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
oh my god. Oh, he took that so personally. When Jon Stewart called him a dick, he fucking... Oh, Tucker Carlson in a different timeline would have socked him right in the fucking face. Holy shit. Tucker Carlson is such a little bitch boy. He can't accept that kind of criticism. Oh, what a big fat fucking pussy. Holy shit. I don't want to mind him some big fat fucking pussy tonight. That'd be sweet. Pussy in general. We would end JBP. The left-right division wasn't a big deal for us. We reinvented anarchy as something you did rather than something you talked about. It was about transgression against orthodoxy. Crass wore swastikas, for example. Starting to get into punk. Check this shit out. You're gonna love this. No justice, no peace. I didn't really get into punk rock until I was in the army. Yeah, I'm a fucking shithead. There's a few reasons. I mean, there's many reasons why I didn't get didn't advance as much as I should have. A good portion of that was lack of motivation to do so, but also a lot of that was speaking my mind and saying, hey, no, that's wrong. Being able to tell somebody, no, you're wrong. I don't care if you're a leader. If you're wrong, you're wrong, and you're going to be told such. Alright, we're not going to watch the rest of that. The quarter pounder. Quartering. I think before I go into the quartering, man, the only exposure I have to crass, is like listening to NoFX shit on them and like live albums. I find like I've never looked up crass. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not totally punk. If you could, you might be able to tell I'm not the most punk motherfucker. However, I do like me some punk rock, and I do like the punk attitude. I do like going against the system, obviously. So, but yeah, saying like being a punk in the 90s, from what I know about like punk rock in the 90s, actually, hey, shit, dude, I have a really good documentary for you. In fact, I'll look it up here in a second, and it's about punk rock in Australia in like the 80s. I think it would be fucking sweet for you. So let me try and find that. Yeah. But yeah, that's fucking cool. What am I doing here? Lunatic professor. Leftist professor fired after berating student for not being woke. Realize, what do you want me to watch? Because I don't pay enough attention to the quartering to like find out which of these actually like really suck. Because all of his videos suck. But I don't know which one sucks the most. Wait, didn't he have 1.3 million subscribers a little bit ago? Is he hemorrhaging subscribers? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Like failed weirdos try to cancel Snowline. Alright, hey, Realize if you're still there, or anybody that's on screen, or Realize, because Realize gets the top billing. One of the ones that's on the screen, go ahead and let me know which one you want me to look at. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I got the titles of them up there. So 1 through 15, go ahead and let me know. Flip a coin. Flip a coin. I gotta go to the bathroom again because I didn't do it enough. So, well, how would I flip? Do I have a 15-sided coin? I unfortunately don't have enough friends to play D&D with, so I don't have any 15-sided die. Like, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. So, let me know 1 through 15. of what you guys see on your screen. I know, and just put a 1 or a 15 or really anything else. Actually, don't do anything else. Lunatic Professor. Yeah, I think I might do that one. I'll be right back though. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, am I back? I sure hope so. Alright, oh man. Wait, okay, yeah. Yeah, it reconnected. Alright. Oh, I was so mad because I went to the bathroom. All of a sudden, I come back and I look down at the Streamlabs thing, and instead of end stream, it said reconnecting, and I was like, no. But I think it was just a hiccup in the in writing the memory. That might have been it. I don't know. I think that's what happens. Is it hiccups in like writing the memory, but it cut off the internet too, which kind of pissed me off. So. Well, I'm back. Whatever. Yeah, we'll look at the lunatic professor and why she actually got fired. Go ahead in the comments. So I think the average of me debunking Jeremy, I wanted to say Jordan Peterson. Jeremy is like, I don't know, a minute and a half. Go ahead and guess somewhere between 1 and 3 minutes where you think his argument's just going to absolutely be torn apart, or it's going to fall apart in front of me. What do you think? Between 1 and 3 minutes. And we'll I'll let that last until I hit my 3-minute mark, so about a minute. can't check my delay either. Okay. Not bad. It's not bad, guys. Not that bad. Not that bad. It's just a little delay. Oh, he's a little delay. Don't hurt him. Ooh, excuse me. I might watch Lord of Patriarchy after this, but I might also sign off. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, man. Oh, you can tell the summer's coming around because nobody wants to watch me. It's probably just my rhetoric. Or my... it's probably my content. But, no, it's been nice out. It's actually been really shitty out here. I don't know about anybody else, but the weather has been absolute garbage here. I haven't been able to go out and like enjoy anything. I got to mow my lawn yesterday, but that's about it. Alright. So since nobody voted, I'm gonna guess about a minute and a half is the point where his arguments fall apart. Oh gosh. Oosh. Leftist professor fired after caught berating student for not being woke.
In trouble and someone has a knife or a gun.
I wouldn't call.
Whoa. What the hell's going on?
Why wouldn't you call the police?
I don't trust them. My life's.
Okay. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Come on, use. Catch up. Let's play a little catch up. I think I figured out what happened. I'm gonna do this. Okay, cool. So I know what happened. There's a significant delay because, well, my shit called out. And my shit went out. So basically what she's saying is she doesn't trust the police. She doesn't trust to call the police for some reason. Let's see. The problem you have is you don't pick a side. It's all about tribalism now. No one cares about nuanced positions. The reason I watch you is the same reason most don't. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you telling me I have nuance in my positions. That actually helps me out because I like to break things down with people in discussion, and it's really difficult to do so when you have to break down the minutia of every little aspect of it. For instance, like raising the minimum wage. Fuck that other. The main reason is like, or the main argument I heard recently was like, well, I don't want someone else earning, $15 an hour. Fuck that guy. If he's earning $15 an hour, guess what? That means you can quit your job, and anywhere you go, you're earning $15 an hour. You have a better starting point, so you can fucking stay on your feet rather than being knocked the fuck down. So, and that's, but there's nuance to that. Well, what if I'm working for a small business? Okay, well, there has to be some kind of incentive to that. I'm not a lawmaker. I don't know what the intricacies of that when it comes to like very small businesses, 4 or 5 employees, something like that. But I imagine a small business with 4 or 5 employees does well enough that they're paying them good enough to allow them to grow or help grow the company, to keep them happy enough to stay, basically. So, and the argument that I heard was, well, another argument that I heard was, well, then a cheeseburger is going to be $4. Well, first of all, a good cheeseburger is already like $6. Second of all, no, your Big Mac's going to go up like 10 cents maybe. And you wouldn't notice that next year anyway, because they're going to fucking do it to you. They do that shit all the time. The markup on French fries is like 300%, by the way. It's ridiculous. French fries are the cheapest thing any establishment can make, and it is one of the biggest money makers. If you sell French fries at your establishment, you're guaranteed to make money because it's fucking potatoes. And if you can get a kid to work for, you know, minimum wage, if that's $15 an hour, hey, you're gonna peel and slice potatoes for, you know, 9 hours a day. Here you go. There you go. Fine. You'll make a shitload of money off of those little potatoes. But yeah, let's get into this. But yeah, I appreciate you watching me on JMP. And I hope you share.
We're in trouble and someone has a knife or a gun.
Like-minded individuals.
Why wouldn't you call the police?
I don't trust them.
Nope.
My life's in more
Who would
danger
you call?
in their presence.
Professor, who would you call?
I wouldn't call anybody.
Voy a la playa, ya subió la marea.
Sorry, I have to hear.
Call when we're in trouble and someone has a knife or a gun.
I wouldn't call the police.
Why wouldn't you call the police?
I don't trust them. My life's in more
Who would
danger.
you call?
Okay, well, she's an idiot. Yeah, you absolutely call the police if you're in that much danger. You fucking moron.
In their presence.
Professor, who would you call?
I wouldn't call anybody.
Voy a la playa, ya subió la marea.
Hey, fun fact, the worst thing to do in an active shooter situation is actually go after the shooter. You will die. Because they're actively shooting people to kill them. So don't do that. Yeah, you're likely going to die. Don't be a hero. Don't try to be a hero. Don't be a hero. All raising the minimum wage make people below minimum wage, like disability support. Eliminate wage period. Right. Yes. True. However, that's a we gotta stepping stone this shit. And I'm not saying half measure, I'm saying stepping stone. So raising the minimum wage is a stepping stone towards getting disability recipients more money, because if the people have the power to raise their wage through government action, then they have the power to take care of other people who are also disadvantaged, and a lot of that wage will come from the rich. And if we can if we can make the rich pay their fair share, if we can make the rich pay what they owe, then yeah, we can make sure disability recipients don't go into the poorhouse. There is enough capital and enough resources for everybody. We just don't distribute it properly. I'm not saying that Jeff Bezos needs to be hung on a cross while we, raid his larder and steal all of his money to be doled out while everybody passes in a line. That's not what's going to happen. But if you took half of his money, he would still be the richest person in the fucking world. And you could pay for, like, the amount of things that you could pay for would have a return on investment that would be insurmountable to the loss that poor Jeff Bezos suffered. But yeah, to eliminate wage period, I'm all for UBI. I think UBI is probably one of the best ideas we could implement, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. That would be the next stepping stone. So raising the minimum wage, raising wages, UBI, and then essentially eliminating wages to advance society. But I think eliminating wages is probably something that you would think of 2300-ish years. 2300. But you don't get their reform. I live for the day when we impale bankers and stockbrokers on spikes up and down Wall Street, twitching and whimpering as a warning to other capitalists. Yeah, man, like, yeah, dude, you're straight up the epitome of punk's not dead. That's fucking awesome. And I would love that too. I would love to crucify these motherfuckers. However, we got to be realistic, which is unfortunate. And we can be, we can say that in our rhetoric and say, you know, I would be more than happy to take, you know, to walk into some billionaire's house and just walk into his fridge and take whatever food is there. That would be fucking great. Fuck that guy. What's he gonna do? Shoot him in the... I'll shoot him in the fucking chest. Fuck him. Who cares? That would be great. It's unrealistic. And as much as I'd love to, like... and you know what? You can live out that fantasy by playing Fallout New Vegas. It's fucking sweet. Watch people get crucified and shoot them in the face for mercy. But but yeah, I made the point a few, this is like probably a couple months ago. None of these assholes would ever live in my position. They would never take the time to put themselves in my position, to put their fortune aside and just be like, all right, well, I'm going to be a salt of the earth motherfucker, and that's what I'm going to do to prove how easy it is. Because they know they can't do it. They know for a fact that they can't do it. They don't have the gumption. They don't have the ability. They don't have the skills or the wherewithal. Hence the reason you have Ben Shapiro buying a single piece of fucking wood that he probably threw out. What a jackass. What a dumb motherfucker. And he put it in a plastic bag. Yeah. Oh, dude, I don't care if you bought a piece of wood and put it in a plastic bag. First of all, you look like a moron. Second of all, what are you using the wood for? And third, hopefully use that plastic bag to like pick up some dog shit and throw it in your trash can. There you go. That's also recycling, by the way. It's reduce, reuse, recycle. Yeah. Fun fact. There's a communist mayor in Spain who uses immunity prosecution to drive to other towns, load up his truck with food from supermarkets, and drive back to his own town for distribution. That's fucking sweet, dude. Good shit on it. Good on him. That's the kind of I guess you could say that would technically kind of fall under like government corruption. That's the kind of government corruption you should agree with, because it actually fucking helps the people. If it's government corruption that helps the people, that's just government function. This dude is performing a government function. He is reallocating resources to people who need it from people who do not. However, that being said, if he is taking resources from another area and bringing them to his own constituents, and he is depleting the resources of another area, that's an issue, because that's not an even distribution. That's theft. So it depends on food. Are you bringing livestock? Or are you bringing... well, you said supermarket, so yeah, he's bringing food. Like, loading up his car. I don't know how big that town would be either, so... I don't know. He's doing great. That's a great thing for him to do. I don't think it's going to spread. Damn, we're 19 seconds into this video, and already his argument fell apart because I agree with him. Like... if it's government corruption that helps the people, then it's just government function. Yeah. Am I wrong in saying that? Like... I mean... because think about it. My first thought on that was... well, he's a corrupt politician, essentially. He's using his immunity to pull resources from another area. That's essentially corruption. But he's doing the right thing, so maybe he is the government. Yeah, tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think I am. then again, I'm like 6 beers deep.
Well, would you have if
I'm
someone
gonna pick up the
intruded
phone
your
and
house with a gun? What would you have a gun on you, or
No.
who would you call?
It's my time to go.
Well, let's just focus on the fact that your production is really bad, Jeremy. You've been doing this for far too long for this to be your mem. Not only that, but yeah, she's really dumb. You have the right to defend yourself. Go ahead and defend yourself. I don't give a fuck. If somebody were to break into my house right now, I don't care how much damage I do to that person. I don't care if they fucking die. I don't care if I slaughter them. I don't care if they fucking bleed out in front of me while they're crawling away and I'm calling the police. I don't give a fuck. You have the right to defend yourself. Defend yourself in every way that you can. Now, if somebody snuck in and put a fucking rifle to my head, I don't really have a whole lot of options, okay? I can kind of do what they say, or basically get my fucking head blown off. So this lady is really dumb, and the quartering's argument falls apart because this is a very niche form of thought, and I agree. She's dumb as shit. I also want to. There's something he shows. Dude, you didn't even put his real name? The fuck is wrong with you? He's literally a human being you used for entertainment that passed away. Use his fucking name, bro. Like, he's not, it's not Hitler. It's not some fucking shithead, fucking skinhead. It's this dude. It's his, just use his name. Do I know his name? No. But I can fucking Google it. Laughing meme guy? Dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Watch this. Laughing meme guy. What's his name? What's his name? Juan Hoya Borja. Juan Hoya Borja. That's all you had to do. Juan Hoya Borja. Also known as the Laughing Meme Guy. R.I.P. You're sitting with... You couldn't even use his fucking name, you piece of shit. Yeah, I'm pretty unpopular with my fellow organizers for refusing to assist the anti-gun and anti-military manufacturer protests. Those guns work just as well in our hands as theirs. Absolutely, dude. Yeah. Hey, buy guns. Buy guns. Because the right is far more terrified of a leftist who knows how to use a gun than they are of anything else, because it takes them off guard. They're like, oh wait, you're a communist, and you go to the range? Yeah, because I love guns. Yeah, my guns are awesome. I own like 6 different rifles. They'll shit their fucking pants. It's like, you can't be okay, think of it like this. Let's say there's 300 million guns in America. 300 million guns, right? That's just 300 million. It would cost the government more money to attempt to confiscate those firearms than it would for them to fight the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. IMO. But seriously, it's logistically impossible. You will not get all of those weapons. You will not. You can ban the manufacture of those weapons, which will in turn raise the price of the ones that have already been manufactured. However, you're not going to get rid of them. You're not going to be able to melt them down and, destroy them. It's not going to happen. It's the best thing that you can do is just educate people on the fact that it's a weapon. It is a firearm. It is meant to kill and hurt people. That is its only function. It is a weapon. And if you educate people on the fact that it is a weapon more often, and not just, hey, it's a common thing, then yeah, you will have less people who are willing to just pick up arms and fucking go willy-nilly with them. There's a reason why we have to fight empty-handed. We know how to use guns too, and we can get a hold of them with oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't realize you were quoting someone. There's no reason why we have to fight empty-handed. We know how to use guns too, and we can get a hold of them with astuteness and courage. Enrico Malatesta. And Enrico Malatesta. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's true. I'm allowed to own a gun. Cool. Yeah, I'm a straight white male military veteran. I don't think I'm gonna get hemmed up for carrying a gun in an open carry area. However, space, I do know some folks that would get hemmed up in the same area that I live for open carrying, and a lot of that has to do with them not being from the area, if you know what I mean. So, oh man. God, the quartering. Sorry. He pauses again. Sorry, realize. I know I should get into this, but everything just falls apart so quickly. Why didn't you blend that at all? Why didn't you blend that shit at all? Oh my god. Oh my god. Melissa Click is a dumb piece of shit, and she should have been fired. She's...
College campus collapses, and a brand new story.
He's in a hotel. He's somewhere. He's on the road.
Professor berating a student.
Either that or his wife kicked him out.
Indignantly. Is that the right word for that? Simply for not saying that all police are bad. When I went to college, it was back in the Stone Ages, but a lot of people don't know this. I actually have a master's degree from a traditional university, and I never encountered any of this stuff, like any woke injection. But I was studying business. I don't know if modern day business school would have this kind of crap in it or not, or if this is more of an undergraduate type thing that people are running into. But
so I'm pretty sure it's morning, and he's drunk. You can tell, like he is not. He's either hungover or he's drunk. But it looks like it's morning. I'm kind of gonna guess that it's morning because he looks a little rough, and I don't think it's the end of the day that he's in that hotel room. If I had a hotel room that shined in light at the end of the day rather than the beginning of the day, I'd be pretty pissed. So yeah, let's see what else they just say.
This week there was an interaction with a Cypress College professor and a student. Cypress College professor on leave following viral video of heat.
That's. I hope you are hunting with your equipment there, and by game for food is what I mean, or pests, vermin, classified by the Canadian government. That's all I'm saying. I'm well enough known as that I can't have a gun. I live in Canada. Oh, that you can't have a gun. But I do have a hunting slingshot. So okay. Yeah, that's fucked up, dude. I understand, like, yeah, you can't have a gun, probably because I know the Canadian government is not the American government, so yeah, you have a shitload more restrictions. But I just hope you're not using that on. I'd be more comfortable with you using that slingshot on property rather than people, simply because it is a very brutal weapon. I'd rather you have a gun, honestly. Because like I've owned slingshots, and I know what kind of projectiles you can make, and I know what kind of damage you can do just with a little bit of force. That's why the Balearic slingers were so revered. But yeah.
Heated exchange with students
careful,
who
man.
called police heroes. Now, he didn't say all. He said some, and he said that they are heroes of a...
Oh shit! I can't believe I didn't cover this. Dipshit Duggar being charged as a kitty dealer. Fuck him. Maybe we'll cover that. Oh, dude. Yeah, we're gonna cover that shit next. I like your style. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
A Cyprus College professor is on leave after a Zoom video of a heated discussion with a student who called police heroes in class went viral recently. What I love about distance learning is it's opening up a lot of this to regular people like you and I to see what students are being taught in the universities.
My dumbass tried to scroll up on the video.
Now, I want to make a distinguishment here, though. If it's a private university and it receives no public funding, I really don't have a lot of criticism. It's good that it's getting out there, so parents can make a good financial decision, which I'll show you many have. But when you're talking about using public funds, my tax dollars, your tax dollars, I have a lot more to say because, well, we're paying for this. The nearly 3-minute clip of the exchange, which was widely circulated online and has since garnered much national attention, begins after the presentation. Throughout the discussion, the professor interrupts the student and presses him on various points about policing in America. Quote,
yeah.
I think cops are here.
Like a professor should. If a professor is challenged, they're going to challenge you back. And a professor is not going to immediately cave. Professors tend to be really fucking stuck up and pretentious. So you really, really gotta break them down. You have to really break down a professor's argument in order to defeat them. And her arguments are easily broken down any day of the fucking week by anybody. She's dumb. But yeah, that's easy. You said you went to college. If you challenge your professor on anything, yeah, they're going to challenge you back, and it's going to be a discussion, and it's going to be kind of painful for you if you don't know what you're talking about.
Heroes, and they have a very difficult
and she didn't know what she was talking about. That's why it's so fucking painful for her.
At that point, the teacher interrupts all of them. I'd say a good majority of them, he responded, noting that there are bad people in every business. At that point, the teacher then cuts him off again. A lot of police officers have committed atrocious crimes and gotten away with it without ever being convicted of it, she said.
I'm going to read that in a second.
Replies, this is not popular to say, but I do support our police, and we have bad people.
R.I.P. Juan Hoya Borja. Age 65? That's too young,
which is a totally reasonable take. I don't think, when you talk about cop, the first...
How can you speak at 1.25 speed and still say nothing? Literally nothing is coming out of his mouth. He's just... I know he's just reading, but God.
Cop, some people... I know you probably all know this, but
I hate him. Shut the fuck up, Jeremy.
And it's a citizen on patrol, which means they should be subject to the exact same laws that we all are too. I 100% support that. I would think most officers would too. So he goes on to say they haven't.
Why don't you ask some officers that aren't deranged assholes that switch their career from, possibly going to prison for their actions to YouTube? Maybe you should ask those people instead of, you know,
injects. Ellis said he agreed with that point,
YouTube
but
funny.
then she interrupted him again.
I think
So what's your bottom line point? You're saying
I think my computer is well, that they're listening to me and they're like, man, you're pretty fucking angry. Maybe you need YouTube funny because you need to lighten the fuck up,
situation because
bro.
My life is more in danger with their presence. Which, I mean, audible eye roll. Of course she would call them. She looks like she weighs about 100.
Actually, yeah, your life actually is more in danger simply because they're bringing more guns to the situation. Your life would be more in danger. Not only that, they don't know who they're going after. So you can give them you can give the police the best description, or you can give dispatch the best description of where you are and what's going on. But that doesn't mean it's going to be relayed to the police perfectly, or they're going to completely understand. It's just a game of telephone, bro. On defense of her point. But no, yes, you should still call the police because they have guns and you do not. And if somebody has a gun and you do not have a gun
and is not capable of defending herself,
do not bring a gun to a gunfight. It will not end well for you. Just saying.
She's also probably not the type of person that would employ a constitutionally given right to do so either. The conversation continued with the professor at one point saying she didn't trust them. Yes. So on Monday, Ellis told KTLA that he felt attacked during the exchange. I was shocked. I didn't really expect an answer like that. I was assuming that she was just playing devil's advocate, he said. But she put her bias in there, and she gave me what she thought of the police. And it was a little bit sad, to be honest with you. The viral footage prompted a response from the nation's largest police union, the National Fraternal Order of Police. Quote, too many American universities have become indoctrination farms where critical thinking and ingenuity are stifled by the intolerance of simple-minded professors like these who are completely unwilling to accept anything but their own opinions as fact, read a statement tweeted out by the union. It was a sentiment echoed by Ellis, who expressed concern that conservative students can't express themselves properly in college. By the way, why is this? You know, I know that everybody...
I'm so tired of this. Conservative students can't express themselves in college. You are more than open. You're more than open. You're more than welcome to express yourself in college. College is the one place you should be able to express yourself. The problem is your ideas are shitty and you can't handle criticism. That's the fucking problem. That's why conservative ideas are stifled at universities, because conservatives can't handle criticism. They have to be fucking right all the goddamn time. And you can say that about the other side as well. Bring me some examples and I'll fucking and we'll laugh at them, because, well, fuck, you don't have to. This is one of them. She's one of them. She's ridiculous. She's dumb. She's dumb as shit. And you know what? The fact that she triggered Jeremy makes her better in my mind than, you know, well, than Jeremy. I mean, anybody's better than fucking this dipshit. But, and JBP, have you seen the take? No, I have not seen this. Don't look at that. Don't look at my shame. Chilean anarchists seized shuttered factories and opened them back up, trading for supplies and defended them from police from the rooftops with ceramic balls from slingshots. Damn, dude, that's wild. Like, say like a ceramic ball. Why wouldn't you use steel? Well, ceramic ball is gonna shatter on impact, and it's gonna do a shitload more damage. Ceramic shatters like glass. It will hit you and then cut into you as it explodes. And those little ceramic shards, if they hit like a vest or if they hit your bone, they can shatter and explode up and go into your eyes and your mouth and nose and shit. And you can be seriously injured. So yeah, that's fucking awesome. I gotta watch the take. Hey, I have that Australian punk rock documentary saved on my laptop, so I'll look up the title later on and I'll give that to you. Because I know it's on YouTube, and if it's not on YouTube, I'll find a way to get it to you. Oh man! All right, we'll watch a little bit more of this, and then I kind of want to move on.
Wants everything
from this,
but like, why does everything have to get politicized down these same roads? Can we all agree that most people, regardless of political affiliation, are happy that we have people to call when we need protection. Can we all agree, regardless of political affiliation, that there are good and bad people in all jobs, and in this particular job where they're in charge of protecting citizens, that they should be subject to the exact same laws that we are? I don't think that that's a radical take. I don't think that that's a Republican take. I don't think that's a Democratic take. That's just a normal.
Yeah, the problem is that the bad people and the bad things that happen end up killing individuals or harming communities, and that loses trust in the police to the point that a professor is going to say, I'm not even going to call the police. I'd rather die than call the police. Maybe that's the point she's trying to make, but she's doing it very poorly. But Jeremy, I don't think you know what the fuck you're talking about yet again.
Am I taking crazy pills here? Like, is it really that bizarre? By the way, if you're watching this video and you aren't yet subscribed, I normally am in studio. I'm on the road right.
If I need someone to protect me, and I like the police, I'll call the police, okay? However, if I'm having a psychotic episode, I don't want my neighbors calling the police. That's the fucking issue, dude. If I'm having a if I'm having a mental break and I'm running around with a fucking gun, I would rather my neighbors just fucking tackle me to the ground and beat the fuck out of me, then call the police, rather than the police showing up. Because if the police show up, I am guaranteed to die. So it's not an issue of the police. It's an issue of policing. Policing is the issue. The way a law enforcement is conducted is the issue. Human beings are going to make mistakes. If you put human beings into any system, they're going to fuck it up. Because human beings are human beings, and they fuck things up and they make mistakes. So that's going to happen. So if you refine and try to perfect the policing, and you actually hold people accountable, you can rectify some of those mistakes by getting into the psychology of individuals and making them think, well, I can't fuck up in this way. I have to think properly in every situation so that I and someone else don't get negatively affected in a way that's going to change our lives forever. Suggestion, look up Rob Hustle's This Is What Happens When You Call the Cops on YouTube. It's a music video. Yeah, I'll tell you what, send that to me in the Discord, and I'll check that out when I go to bed. Let me put a Discord link in the chat. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oh no. Yeah, let me let me invite you to someone else's fucking Discord. Sorry, I mean, it's a super busy weekend. It's 10 p.m. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Blaine. Blaine, you sent me something an hour ago. I wasn't paying attention to Discord. I'm sorry. But it's okay. It's Friday. I don't really have a whole lot to do tomorrow. Just laundry is the main thing, and then that's about it. So it's okay. I'll be okay. I might mosey over to FML later, though. But yeah, let me invite members. Invite copied. Go into the chat on your phone. Live chat. Because for some reason it didn't do that. And there it is. Yeah, post it there. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Well, I actually didn't think to no, I don't want to go there. I actually didn't think to put my Discord link in with the description. I didn't update it. It's not in my like my prep list yet, unfortunately. So like I've yet to actually put it into my description and change it every single time that I go and stream, because I don't have to change it every single time because it lasts for 7 days. So that's kind of when I like tune out. But yeah, you're right. I should definitely try and pin it at the top. Yeah, that'll definitely help. Take your advice. All right. Yeah, dude. I'm done with Jeremy for that. On that point. So we lasted 7 minutes. Well, we only got about 40 seconds in before everything basically fell apart, and I was just like, yeah, you're swinging a low-hanging fruit, you dumb piece of shit. Teen faces 16 years for raiding homecoming queen. Oh my god, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, dude. Here's something me and Jeremy and I think almost anybody can agree on. These people suck. If you put your pet down for any reason other than they're suffering and you don't want them to suffer anymore, then yeah, you are a terrible human being. You are a fucking murderer. That's terrible. That's horrible. And I'm saying a pet. I'm not saying like killing something for food. That's definitely different. All right. I'm saying this is your pet. You're supposed to love them. It's a puppy dog. Oh, puppy dog. I miss my sweet puppy boy. Yeah. Erky derky. All right. The quartering. It was Lord of Patriarchy. Oh, Lord of Patriarchy sucks. Oh, the Duggars. That's what it was. The Diggity Duggars. We're gonna talk about Josh Duggar and how he's a giant piece of shit and how his parents completely enabled the fuck out of him. You guys want to see a big piece of shit on the screen? There it is. There he is. Big fucking child molesting fucking asshole. He's got 6 kids. 6 children of his own. And he has been arrested for... he granted release. Fucking awesome. Is disgusted by... Oh. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you. Let's see if we can find an article on it. I'm gonna read a little bit of it. Look at that smug, stupid piece of shit. God. See, this is what happens when you cram a bunch of kids together. This is not what is supposed to happen in the modern day. Yeah, I understand. There are places in the world where you should have, 6 kids because 4 of them are going to die. However, the United States of America is not the place for that. Oh my god. Alright, let's see. Read this short article. Josh Duggar, the former already disgraced star of TLC's reality series 19 Kids and Counting, is facing federal child pornography charges for allegedly downloading material depicting sexual abuse of children under the age of 12. Under the age of 12. Following his arrest last week by the U.S. Marshals, Duggar, 33, appeared... Dude's only a couple years older than me. Fuck this piece of shit. Appeared in an Arkansas court where he pleaded not guilty. He now awaits trial. The charges follow previous reports of the Duggar's sexual abuse of Duggar's sexual abuse and misconduct, including allegations that as a teenager he molested 5 underage girls. 5 as a fucking teenager. 5. You literally could have done it right there and be like, dude, we got to get you to a goddamn psychologist now and figure this shit out. But guess what they did? Guess what the fuck they did? No, they took him to religious counseling, because of course you gotta go to your church because God's gonna figure this shit out. Hannah made this point and it sticks. it's 100% nail on the fucking head. They were far more worried about the reputation of their son than they were about the well-being of anybody that he abused. Fuck these people. They are the fucking worst. This is why these people are not to be valued in any way. They suck shit, and they're the fucking worst parts of society. They put out this projection of they're so fucking awesome. Oh, we have a bunch of kids, and we all work around the farm, and we got this Americana feel to us, when really you're just a bunch of fucking abusive assholes. And you let some kids get molested by your own child. You let your own child molest his sisters, and you didn't do anything about it. And look what happened. Look what the fuck happened. How many of those kids, how many of those pictures were of his fucking kids is the question. Let's figure that one the fuck out. Disgusting ass people. This is why religion is a fucking farce. It's just a way to fucking control people. Religion is nothing but, it's a way to control people, and it's a way to make sure that you project some kind of outward sense of nobility or goodness, when in reality, when I see religious people, if you're overly religious, I just see you as the piece of shit you are. Silent sinners scream the fucking loudest. And you know what? The most religious people are the most fucking shitty. Time and time and time again. Look at fucking Mother Teresa. Look at the Catholic Church. It's disgusting. It's absolutely fucking gross. They all engage in projection. There's a reason why it's always homophobic Republican politicians and televangelists who are arrested in airport bathrooms with their ding-dongs in a glory hole. Yeah. Well, that was him. He had a wide stance while he was taking a shit. So he wasn't tapping his foot under the stall. He was just trying to take a dump, and he had a wide stance in this handicapped stall that he was in. It's a fucking airport bathroom. It's huge. Huge people go into the fucking airport. Yeah. It is projection. And that's what that's what I'm saying. Like, silent sinners scream the loudest. If you are going to be so against this, then yeah, look at how many we have, what, 2 or 3, how many fucking QAnon Republicans elected to Congress who still believe that the Democrats are like using children for satanic rituals and eating their pineal glands for adrenochrome. Like, what the fuck? Yet this is literally happening under their nose in their party. Look at Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz is about to go down, and I hope that motherfucker crashes and burns hard. Dude just looks creepy as fuck. He's got that weird ass clay fucking... He looks like what Clayface from Batman the Animated Series would think a handsome man would look like if he could form into it. Like, that's what he looks like. He's just fucking weird. And he just has that face of, I don't trust you. You're just a red flag. So I hope that motherfucker goes down. And I hope everything comes out. Fuck him. God damn, I'm in, what, paragraph 2 of this shit? Alright. Alright. The charges follow previous reports of Duggar's sexual abuse. Okay. So the last name is Duggar. So Duggars is plural. of Duggar's sexual abuse and misconduct, including allegations that as a teenager he molested 5 underage girls, including his sisters Jill Duggar and Jessa Duggar. Those allegations came to light in 2015 and resulted in the cancellation of his family's reality TV series. Not long after, Gawker revealed that Duggar had accounts on the dating site Ashley Madison and had been cheating on his wife Anna. The allegations were particularly scandalous given the conservative Christian values preached by the Duggar family and their television series. Good fucking God, it's almost like they're a bunch of goddamn hypocrites. Matt Gaetz looks like the demonic Elvis impersonator. Yeah. He looks like what a machine would think an Elvis impersonator would be based off of scraps of hard drives it found in Las Vegas. That's about what it looks like. Just not quite right. A little off-putting. A little uncanny valley in the Matt Gaetz face. But Jesus Christ. So not only is he cheating on his wife, okay. All right. Side note: polyamorous relationships, open relationships. That's fine. Do what you want. That's cool. I'm not that kind of way. I don't like to share. So like, I'm not necessarily cool with that. However, yeah, he was cheating on his wife through Ashley Madison. He was having a secret affair. So that's definitely different. Also, if you cheat, you're a terrible fucking person. And don't do that. And if you get treated shitty after you cheat, then yeah, you deserve that. You deserve whatever you get. As long as it's not like murder. Don't murder your cheating spouse. Yeah, and Ashley Madison, I think around this same time they had this huge breach of a bunch of people's personal information came out, so I think that's like he might have been one of the ones. But yeah. Conservative Christian values, yeah, those go out the window when reality sets in. Because you want to think that your grandma and grandpa have been these two high-speed, conservative Christian, down-home, good country folks their entire lives, when you don't realize that your grandpa was, like, finger blasting the shit out of your grandma in the back of his, 57 Chevy, while she was, like, pulling his hair, begging him to fuck. And that's what they did. Because rubbers existed back then. That's what they called it. A rubber or a Jimmy. Yeah, they existed. And you just threw them out the fucking window. Back in the day. Also, don't flush them down the toilet. They come back up. How do I know that? Because I was a teenager once. I feel like I just had an old person moment. Alright. Quote, I have been the biggest hypocrite ever. While espousing faith and family values, I have secretly, over the last several years, been viewing pornography on the internet, and this has become a secret addiction that I became unfaithful to my wife. I brought hurt and reproach to my family, close friends, and the fans of our show with my actions that happened when I was 14 to 15 years old. And now I have rebroken their trust. Duggar wrote in a time in a now deleted post on his family's website. Oh, glad you deleted that, because that sounds like legalese. That sounds like it came from your lawyer. While espousing faith and family, which is a little button issue, secretly over the past have been viewing pornography on the internet, and this has become a secret addiction. Okay, yes, you can get addicted to internet porn. Okay, you can get addicted to it. It's really, really not that common. You're more likely to get addicted to alcohol than you are to get addicted to pornography. And they're both, in fact, I would say pornography is far more available than alcohol. So these conservatives and these Christians that want to say, oh, it's just an addiction, that the devil got me. Fuck you. No, you gave in to your natural biological instinct and you wanted to fuck. You just happen to be a sick fuck and you just wanted to do it with kids. Because you probably have a lot of psychological issues that haven't been resolved simply because you grew up, raising your own, raising your brothers and sisters, and then you got no sexual health counseling except through the church, where they just told you, yeah, that's bad. So what do kids do when things are bad? If you were a child and you did something bad, what would you do? Would you try to hide it, or would you tell somebody? You'd try to fucking hide it, right? Fuck these people. Can I say that anymore? You guys want to hear me say fuck these people anymore? I don't know if I can. Despite all of this, Duggar's wife Anna stayed with them and recently posted. What is this? Okay, this is May 6th. This is yesterday. Despite all of this, Duggar's wife Anna stayed with him and recently posted news of her pregnancy with the couple's 7th child to her Instagram account. While she has yet to make a statement following these new allegations, Josh's parents, Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar, posted a statement to their family's official Facebook account. The accusations brought against Joshua today are very serious, they wrote. It is our prayer that the truth, no matter what it is, will come to light, and that this will all be resolved in a timely manner. We love Josh and Anna and continue to pray for the family. Hey, you know what would have been a really good idea? If instead of praying, you actually fucking took your kid for some counseling and got him the help that he needed when he needed it. Because you knew about this in the fucking beginning, you pieces of shit. You enabled this. The parents are just as culpable as the son. They are. 100%. These parents seriously need to be fucking punished for this. They enabled this. Absolutely. They let their kid molest his sisters. And they did fuck all about it. Because they were so worried about their reputation and the reputation of their son that they gave fuck all of an idea about the well-being of their daughters and their friends. What a bunch of pieces of fucking shit. Oh, and this bottom part that I just saw really just pissed me off. Following Duggar's arrest on April 29th, he was booked into Washington County Jail. The next day, he was indicted on the federal charges. These are federal charges, by the way, to which he pleaded not guilty. While Duggar returned to jail after the appearance, he has since been granted release. Yesterday, U.S. District Judge Christy Comstock ordered that Duggar can stay with family friends who have agreed to be his custodian, though he is barred from using any devices with internet access until his trial scheduled for July 6th. Yeah, that's going to go over well. The case is being prosecuted as part of a Project Safe Childhood. If convicted, Duggar faces up to $250,000 in fines and on each count and up to 20 years in prison. So this part didn't piss me off the way I thought it was going to be. Actually, this part is what should have been more mad about. The fact that he was released to his family that enabled him, and now he's supposed to just not have any electronic devices. Oh yeah, it's 2021 and he's living with his family that don't have any electronic devices. Oh yeah, that's totally gonna fucking happen. You know, they're not gonna give him a phone because he's like, hey, I just wanna call my friend. They're not gonna give him a phone. These people are naive as shit. Of course they're gonna do this. They're gonna enable this shit more and more. And I wouldn't be surprised if he fucking gets caught again. It says, if convicted, Duggar faces up to $250 in fines on each count. and up to 20 years in prison. And I forget which, did it say how many? It doesn't say how many counts. So, $250,000 on each count. So that could be 50 different counts. This could go into the millions and millions of dollars, and it depends on what happens. But the problem is look at this smug son of a bitch. He has an idea in his head. He thinks he can get out of this. He's figuring a fucking way out of this. You look at that motherfucker right in his face. He's trying to figure it out. He's like, I can get out of this. There's a way I can get out of this. I have enough money. I have enough clout. I can find out how to get the fuck out of this. And then he can do it again. It's just like a fucking addict going to rehab. Yeah, you're getting arrested again, and you're going back to rehab, and then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll get clean this time, and then you go back out and fucking get addicted to heroin. Because you were just playing the fucking system. I'm not shitting on heroin addicts. All I'm saying is that if you're not going to get the help, don't fucking sap the resources. And this motherfucker is just going to be a sap on resources. Fuck this piece of shit. I should stay principled and be like, you know what? He deserves due process, but I will say, put that motherfucker in Gen Pop. I really don't give a fuck. I really don't care. I don't care what happens to him or his ilk. And I'm not saying his ilk as in his family. I'm saying his likeness. Fucking disgusting ass people. How can you think that having kids raising kids would be a good idea? Huh. Aww. That's sad. Watching my friends stream with more viewers than me. That's okay. I'm actually about to get off anyway. I was planning on like getting off and maybe trying to go on FML. That was fun. Yeah, I really don't have anything else actually. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna hit up FML and see if I can get on there. Otherwise, I'm just gonna ass out to sleep. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for watching. I'll be back. I'm thinking about doing a few more rando streams. Just like in the middle of the week. Just kind of chill streams and going over different things. Things that I might have missed. Things that I might not be the best on. Or things that I really need to review on myself. So I think I'm going to do that. And aside from that, all I really had to say is I really appreciate everybody for watching, and Schadenfreude is one of the last pieces of joy in the sane have left in this increasingly deranged planet. Yeah, that's 100% true, dude. And it's pronounced Schadenfreude, not Schadenfreude, Hannah. Yeah, it's nice to take joy in other people's suffering, especially when they deserve it. However, we can't take too much revelry. That all being said, I think I'm gonna sign off. See if FML will have me on or whatever, and then other than that, I'm probably gonna hit the hay, and I hope to see you guys soon on Sunday for Streamstalgia. Thanks for tuning